Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Northernlion Live Super Show, the Thursday, October 13th, 2016. Ooh, unlucky Thursday the 13th. Nick, you don't get spooked too easy, do you?
I'm not particularly worried about it. We've made it through a few by now.
I mean, on Monday, we were haunted, and then today is Thursday the 13th.
In the month of October.
A Thursday the 13th in October is like the spookiest of all possible Thursday the 13th.
You didn't see any black cats this morning, did you?
I want to, well, you know, I saw a white cat, but I don't see fur, you know?
They're all hairless to you, okay.
Imagine you're a big shot Hollywood movie producer, okay?
I always do, yeah. What's up?
And then Miramax comes to you as Harvey Weinstein. He says, hey, we gotta make a prequel to the Friday the 13th movie. What do you call it? I see a lot of possible options.
Thursday the 12th.
Yeah, but then Thursday the 12th sounds like a Nicholas Sparks movie or something.
They'll figure it out. I mean, at first they're gonna hear it. They're like, I don't know what this is, and then they're gonna get it, and they'll get it good.
I think I would call it Thursday the 13th.
I'm not sure I could put that together.
I recognize that on a calendar level, that makes absolutely no sense. But I think if you saw them in your DVD case back to back, you'd be like, yeah, Thursday the 13th comes before Friday the 13th. Anyway, today is Thursday the 13th. We're going to play a little bit of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, a game we haven't seen in a long time. Then we're going to play some Spy Party, and then we're going to play some Worms. Do you want to give me an Eden seed to begin with?
I think I want to give you an Isaac seed.
All right. I will take an Isaac seed.
It's too early for this Eden shit.
I know, man.
By too early, I mean 2 p.m.
But I've been there, because, like, you and I, we're on, like, a time zone agnostic schedule, I think. Because I woke up about 45 minutes ago as well, so...
Yeah.
I can relate to you.
And my sleep schedule is totally fucked. That's why that happened. All right. Seed is 1CVW.
Okay.
SCDB.
CDB. Starting. Thank you, lovely gong. Thank you, low pitch. We got a lot of... It's our first chance in a long time to connect to our European audience, Nick.
Yeah, I try to connect to my European audience like once a week.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you do. But you usually catch it on the flip side, right? Like you catch them in their morning, your nighttime?
No, I mean, I like hang out with my girlfriend, but that too.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really consider Ireland Europe.
Why?
Because it's just like British America, you know? Like
I feel like they wouldn't be very happy to hear you say that.
If I was... Hey, is anyone out there Irish right now?
Guaranteed someone out there is.
Would you rather
right
be
now.
a part of... Would you rather be a part of Europe or North America?
Oh.
Be real with me.
Oh, I didn't know those were the options. All right.
Because, like, Iceland, they're like 50-50. Even though they're very European and they eat, like, shark's fin and stuff like that, which, as a North American, we go, well, you know, at least deep fry it first.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like, you know, we're half North American, half European. Maybe 60% European, 40% North American. Okay, they're all saying EU. Well, no, one person said North America, but their name is Brad from Canada, so I'm starting to doubt the...
Your opinion might not be valid.
So many people are saying, fuck the U.S. Fuck the U.S. Look, I'm not saying whether I agree or disagree with you, but you're forgetting about all the other North American countries. Canada, Mexico, the Dominican Republic, Bermuda, which is still an independent territory controlled by the United Kingdom, Antigua, Cuba. Ooh, I want to take you.
I think we've hit the headlines enough that people kind of just consume their entire idea of North America as us.
God damn it. All the space and time. Thank you for the subscription. I mean, Canada's pretty... I like being a part of North America. What do you think is a perk of being part of North America, Nick?
Depending on where you are, the weather can be nice.
Dope. I think we have the best time zones over here.
Aren't those sort of relative, though?
Yeah, but, like, I think because... I mean, this is... It sounds ignorant. I was gonna say, like, for, like, video games, at least, news and releases always come out on our time scale. Or, like, in our time zones. Because, like, all the major websites are in San Francisco or New York, and then The studios are in largely San
They're
Francisco
all
or
in
New York.
Vancouver. Is what I've noticed lately.
Well, we have all of the nation's greatest mobile developers over here.
Okay, true.
Don't forget about social developers as well, but I also think that if your country is good at soccer, it's a great continent to be a part of because you're always going to make the World Cup. Like, if you're America and/or Mexico, here's your ticket to the World Cup. Enjoy yourself.
Okay. I can't really speak to that. I'm trying to think of other perks that aren't soccer related. And I'm not coming up with a lot.
In the United States of America, you can travel from one side of the country to another and experience, 40 different cultures. You could experience tranquility as well. Although, you probably not, actually.
Not lately. Maybe someday, again. Make America tranquil again.
Don't be mad because I called it soccer. We call it soccer here. That's another perk of being in North America.
Is that better? Calling it
I
soccer?
think so.
I mean, it kind of doesn't matter to me.
Well, I mean, we already have a football. I'll be honest with you. It's the worst named sport of all time. We're not the first people to come up with this joke, but, it really doesn't make any sense why it's called football when they only touch it with their feet,
Yeah,
maybe
once every so often.
Yeah, maybe 10 times throughout a game, but still.
But what is soccer, though?
Yeah, I mean, you're using your socks.
The-
I thought it was pretty self-explanatory. S-O-C-K-E-R, soccer.
Seems a bit tenuous to me.
That's another thing about being in North America. Being North American means never having to say you're sorry.
That's not true.
That's a good point. I forgot that Canada's
Canada's
here.
in there.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear? Justin Trudeau today announced we're going to secede and form our own continent.
Good idea. Can I get in on that?
That depends. You can get in if you can guess the name of the new continent in 3 guesses.
Waterworld.
No, that's ridiculous. I'm going to take 2 guesses off for that one.
That's not fair. Ooh, this run's being a little weird.
The answer was North America.
New North America.
Nope, I gave you the answer with 1 guess remaining.
New Canada.
No, we wouldn't call it. That's way too brazen and proud.
What are you, sorry you're Canadian?
Well, we're not sorry we're Canadian. We just don't want to, advertise it for everybody. Unless we're in a, major international city, in which case we'll sew the flag on our backpack because we think it gets us better treatment.
It does. Gets you
think
laid,
so?
too. Yeah.
Wait, this is Nick.
Yeah?
This is our chance to ask Europeans about whether or not this is actually the case. Here's what we hear in Canada all the time. It's if you're going to Europe, sew a Canadian flag on your backpack because they'll treat you nicer. Is that true? If you guys see someone with a Canadian, or if you see a person speaking English, and then, they have an American accent, do you treat them like shit, but then you see the Canadian flag on their backpack and you go, oh, actually, let me show you to my private villa?
I can see the subtle nuance in, social culturation changing as they go from someone who hears you speaking in English to someone who says A. And all of a sudden, the doors are unlocked. Anything's possible. Why did I just use a bomb for that?
I mean, a couple of people are saying yes. Oh, actually, yes. That's not fair, man. You can't judge a country, or you can't judge a citizen by the decisions of their country, all right? There's plenty of jerky Canadians. There's plenty of nice Americans. TRP Carrier, thank you for the subscription as well.
We subscribe to a kind of tribalism, though, and even though that's true on a granular level, I don't think people pay attention.
I mean, I guess so. It's probably true, in North America as well.
Yes, it is. Yeah, everybody's got teams all the time.
If I know someone's American, then I treat them better because I don't want them to.
Because you fear death.
Yeah, exactly. And if someone's Canadian, I treat them worse because I'm they could use it for once.
Dime a dozen. We got a lot of these over here.
Sometimes as a Canadian, you just want your country to be a little bit more hated. Just to know what it feels like. But everyone's always like, Hey, the stupid Americans, we're gonna wipe them off the face of the planet. What about Canada? They're pretty cool. It's like, we can be badass, too.
We have Rob Ford. Well, we had Rob Ford.
R.I.P. O.R.B.F.O.R.D. But we had fighter jets. We got some fighter jets, man.
You got a space program?
We do not. Well, we do have a space program. It blew my mind when you fuckers told me that they don't teach you about the Canadarm.
Yeah, they don't. They don't teach us about, like, even real history either. They've made up this alternate history that we teach all the elementary school kids to make them feel happy about America. But that's like a whole other conversation that's probably a little politically charged.
C3M91, thank you as well. I'm gonna be honest, like, until, like, 36 minutes ago, I didn't know that there was a Spanish-American war.
Alright.
You guys had a war with Spain. What's up with that? Like in the semi-modern era, you had a war with Spain.
You had a war with America.
The nation of paella, and I'm trying to think of Xabi Alonso. You had a war with Spain over the Philippines. That doesn't even make sense. You had a war with another country over a different country.
You've played EU4. That's kind of how that goes a lot of the time.
That's a good point. Yeah. Sometimes I forget. Like, the world has really only made sense for like 70 years.
If that even.
And sometimes even, like, everyone's like, man, 2016 is pretty messed up, but you know.
Yeah. I sometimes wonder if the world has even made sense ever.
Do you think people were saying that back in, like, 1939?
No.
They're like, oh, there goes that Hitler again. 1939 sure is a weird year. Hashtag singing telegram 1939.
Yeah, I was just thinking they're trying to put some food on the table, mostly. Not so worried about, like, large esoteric problems.
Yeah, maybe.
We have the luxury of worrying about these things.
I guess so. I don't know. I'd love to get some newspapers from the era, and then, like, I don't know, have someone read them to me, because who reads newspapers now? It's 2016.
They're all written in ye olde English. Back in 1939.
Yeah, I know. It's like, can you guys just learn to speak modern day English?
It's not asking very much.
We declared war on the Axis powers, YOLO!
Just freaking follow Merriam-Webster's Twitter account, you'll learn very quickly.
Fuck, marry, kill. Merriam-Webster. HarperCollins.
Merriam-Webster.
I'm splitting Merriam and Webster in this situation.
I was wondering who Merriam represented specifically and who Webster represented.
It's Merriam.
Merriam. Sorry.
You
I don't know how to answer that in a funny way.
There's nowhere to go on that one.
Sorry.
We're going to be trying out all sorts of early morning jokes here. At the late morning my time and the early afternoon Nick's time. And some of them are going to work.
Late evening time of Europe.
Yeah, how's it going, Europe? Like, how was your day? It's great to do a show and not have people be like, wow, why does this guy hate an entire continent? And instead, during the show, we'll just spout ignorant stereotypes about those continents, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah, it's been already.
It's nice, people said. Europe is doing fine. That's like a nice change of pace for, us over here, I guess.
I like to hear that. I'm happy people are doing fine.
Me too. I think, this might be controversial, but I think, like, when world happiness goes up, that's, like, generally a good thing.
That's why, like, we have cats, right? Because you go, hey, cat, how's your day been? And he's like, yeah, perfect. Really couldn't ask for much more.
Yeah, agreed.
So we can just kind of, like, mitigate all our problems by talking to our cats.
But I don't know, though. I kind of feel like that's a misrepresentation because, like, my cats are always mad. Like, well, not mad, but, like, discontented.
They don't understand how good they have it, though.
I think you're probably right. Like, Ruka last night threw a fit because Tomo was on a chair. Like, Tomo has a... Oh, Trollaman, thank you for the subscription. Tomo was on a freaking chair, and there wasn't a second chair for Ruka. Now, Ruka sleeps on the bed, so he's already higher than the chair, closer to us, more comfortable. But he's like, yo, Tomo's got a chair. So, like, can you sort that shit out? Because it's, like, really, I thought we were in a fair and balanced society, but apparently not. That's the reason I ended up getting a little less sleep than I would have liked last night, dealing with this cat going like, "Argh."
It's kind of what I was talking about how we have the luxury of worrying about stupid shit.
Yeah,
the cats have, like, an even more granular version of that.
Although, I feel like cats do have larger problems as well. Like, you're like, cats don't have to worry about anything, but they also don't get the ability to worry about anything, which is really bad. For example, hey, someone feeds me every day. But what if they don't?
Yeah, there are larger, more abstract problems that cats face that I hadn't really considered.
You're like, you know, it's really awesome that I just wake up and there's food in my dish, but if, like, 3 days in a row go by where that magically does not happen,
I have no control.
Yeah, my paws are tied, man. I can't do anything.
There was actually an indie game about that, if you can believe it, and you probably can.
Oh, I can, yeah.
And I never wanted to play it because it was such a sad concept. You play as the kitten who finds out that its masters died in their bed of a drug overdose.
Oh, Jesus.
And you have to watch, like, as you die and your apartment festers.
Well,
it's like a really dark topic, isn't it?
It sounds depressing. Not invalid, but depressing.
But that's the cool thing about indie games, that you can, you know, experience weird things like that you never would have thought you didn't want to experience.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, I suppose, in some ways. Explain the Canadarm to these suckers. Well, the Canadarm is a space mechanism, as we're all aware of. It is a device that connects to, like, a space shuttle, and then it's a large robotic arm you can use to manipulate things in the vacuum of space without having to do a spacewalk. So it's like a big old robot candy crane or something like that. It grabs pieces of, you know, debris and materials, and then it connects. You know, you can manipulate them.
What?
It's like a big old robot arm called the Canadarm.
Like, I caught parts of that. I was kind of fading in and out. It's like a candy crane for space?
It's a you know, like, you're like, oh shit, I left my keys in space. What did that used to mean? Get the spacesuit on, you're going out there, George Clooney. What does it mean now? You just get on the controls, buddy, go grab your car keys with the Canadarm and drag them into the airlock. Then you're good.
Is it on the International Space Station?
There's one on the International Space Station.
Oh, you got multiple arms?
Well, we don't have them. We gave them to the world because, you know, no one man should have all that power.
Do they have maple leaves on them?
Honestly, 100% they have a Canadian flag on them. But I'm pretty sure all your American spaceships got an American flag on. Don't even. These are mega projects that as society, you know, taxpayer dollars paid for them. They better have a Canadian fucking flag on them. They should have a PK Subban jersey on them, as far as I know. It was ridiculous. He was probably like 2 when the Canadarm.
Don't say there's anything wrong with it. I was just
all right, okay, just checking. We're cool then. Why would you have car keys in space? What if you had to drive to the store?
Yeah, space cars.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think hoverboards come from? They just take them off the bottom of the space cars, obviously.
Yo, it's not called a Canadarm, though. But, like, that's what we call it, and we made it. It's like a nickname. It's like, yeah, you know, my birth name is Bartholomew, but my parents call me Bort.
I don't know why, but Bort is such a great name.
It's an all-time classic for sure. Nick, have you seen Zoolander 2?
No, I haven't.
I think that you've made a very smart decision.
Oh.
Have you seen Zoolander 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like ages ago, but yeah, I have seen it.
L4 the Spider, thank you for the subscription. I saw it last night. I didn't mean to sound unenthusiastic about the subscription. It's just the carryover from Zoolander 2. Yeah. That movie is like, it's real bad.
I'm really sorry to hear that. I know a lot of people had a lot invested in that movie.
You know Fred Armisen?
No, can't say that I do.
Portlandia man. Used to be on SNL.
I'm aware of Portlandia. That's about as far as that link goes.
Could you recall the man's face who was on Portlandia?
No.
All right.
I'm aware of the name Portlandia.
Okay, Fred Armisen is an actor that used to be on SNL.
Okay.
In Zoolander 2, they CGI'd his adult face onto an 11-year-old child's body.
Oh, why'd they do that?
Named Vip. And he's just a dude. Nobody at any point in that movie does anybody say, "What's up with that old, middle-aged man's face on that 11-year-old kid's body?" No one ever says that. They just go, "Whoa, that kid's kind of creepy." How about...
Wait, is it wrong that I found that sort of funny?
I mean, I feel like it's certainly it's certainly noteworthy. I would agree with that. And do you know Kristen Wiig?
Yes, yeah,
Kristen
I know
Wiig,
her.
the buster of ghosts and other things. She plays a character that sounds exactly like Run for the Cube, the G-Li, B-Li, Pete Rad,
really?
Canada. Yeah, to the point where I was almost like, somebody took the gimmick from the other person. Because this is too ridiculous.
That's a very specific reference, also. So if you are gonna rip it off, you gotta be aware. You gotta modify that a bit.
Well, there's other YouTubers in it, and by YouTubers I mean Kyle, who was also on Hello Ladies, and I don't know, he might have been on Jimmy Kimmel or something. He was on one of those
Gaming.
shows.
He speedruns Madrina's Mask.
Exactly. Yeah, he speedruns Madrina's Mask.
Madrina's boys.
Is the NLSS earlier than usual? No,
nope.
It's
That's on you if you don't know what time it is.
Yeah, you gotta change every single clock in your domicile, in your country, honestly, to fix it. Who's Kyle? youtube.com/Kyle/GhostBill.
He sneaks in every now and then.
Look, I'm not going to talk about Austin Matthews on the show, as ridiculous as it is that this young man is going to be the savior for Canadian hockey, even though he's American. It's an incredible performance. But
is that even legal in Canada?
We're mostly country agnostic, except when it comes to hockey. But honestly, in hockey, we're like Team Iceland from the Mighty Ducks 2 right now, so we deserve to take a loss at some point. Because we've won too much, because we've fielded the greatest team in international hockey history. So it's almost like, yeah, we got too many golds. Like, it'd be nice to add like a bronze to our collection at some point.
And you think it's giving back to the community for the greater enrichment of the sport in general.
Yeah, like, it would be good if, like, a team that's not an international hockey power, like the United States of America, our closest neighbor but also rival, it'd be good if they could win. And, like, I really think that's a country that could use some more advantages in the athletics department, personally, because it's not like they win 200,000 gold medals every time they have the Olympics.
Well, yeah, I mean, our egos aren't very, bolstered lately. Might as well use a little more.
Colonel Foxbud, thank you for the subscription. Talk to me when one of your teams makes the NHL playoffs. It's the dumbest argument of all time. Like, 40% of the league is Canadian players. You're like, yeah, my team composed of 40% of Canadian players is based in Florida. Go American hockey. You got to respect the argument and the sanctity thereof. We just won the World Cup. We didn't even drop a single game. We beat every country in the world, including the continent of Europe. All stacked together in a single team twice in a row. There's no chip on our shoulder about hockey. We're crushing it right now.
I thought you just said you weren't.
Well, no, Canada's crushing it.
Oh.
Canadian NHL teams are not crushing it. NL, what level are you in Tuber Simulator? Nick, what level are you in Tuber Simulator?
-6.
-6? Dude, you gotta put your credit card number in.
Yeah, I've been holding off. They didn't store my payment information. I really didn't want to go get my wallet.
I actually haven't played it, but I've heard good things. And by good things, I mean I've seen YouTubers on Twitter playing it.
I gotta be honest, I actually don't think I even know what Tuber Simulator is.
Tuber Simulator is the game that the PewDiePie published.
Oh, I thought it was a potato thing.
What?
Tubers?
Nick.
What?
That's absurd.
I thought it was a potato thing.
I thought it was a potato thing.
I did.
It's not a potato thing. It's a YouTuber thing. We're tubers now.
I thought we were influencers.
No,
and before that, content creators.
When you cross 1 million subscribers, you become an influencer.
And before that, new media.
No, new media is 50 to 100,000, and then tuber is 100,000 to 1 million.
Well, I'm still new media then.
Oh well, congratulations.
You enjoy your new ruby plaque or whatever you get in 6 months.
No, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Has anybody else played it? Is it a game for YouTubers, or is it just that the only people I follow on Twitter are YouTubers, so that's all I see?
Probably that one.
Dude, I can't imagine, like, let's be honest, and as Nick and I always say, our job provides literally zero benefit to society.
I don't know if that's entirely true.
I mean, I'm going to say that it is. Basically, we're a drain on the collective consciousness, in my opinion. Natch Diddlyacho, thank you for the subscription, by the way. I can't imagine, like, wanting to like, do this whole YouTube thing, and then also be like, all right, I'm done with my work for the day. Now I'm going to, like,
pretend I'm on YouTube.
Fake produce videos and then, like, decorate my bedroom. And that's not a knock on the game, it's just maybe I'm missing the gameplay loop.
It's like you get all the work of being a YouTuber without the making the money part.
You think so?
Right? I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a potato thing until just a minute ago.
You're always talking about this potato thing.
I just wanted to know.
I only eat a single potato at a time, so...
I've heard that.
I don't know what I'd do with 15 hours a week if you guys disappeared. You'd probably be like, for like 2 weeks, you'd be like, I'm bored, and then you'd be like, I'm gonna learn a new skill. And then 2 years from now, you'd be like, thank God I stopped wasting my time, because now I'm the world's greatest surgeon.
My family really respects me a lot more now.
Yeah, they'd be like, you got your life together, and you know, got your PhD in being Neil deGrasse Tyson. Congratulations.
We're the literal linchpin holding your life from becoming better.
It's probably true. You know how on the television program Intervention, they're always like, you know, this person's an enabler.
That's us.
We're your enablers. But in, like, a good way. Thanks for the support. Really appreciate it.
We're the video game enablers. We enable you to not play video games and watch us do it instead.
Exactly. I'd earn, like, 2 more Overwatch levels a week. That's possibly true. I'd follow your dreams.
Follow Madrinas.
Follow Madrinas on Twitter as well.
They're still not paying me, by the way. I'm just being stupid about it.
People are like, you know, for me, they're like, you know, okay, they're not paying you, but they send you free coffee. It's like, they sent me free coffee once, and then, like, 2 weeks ago, they sent me a DM, and they're like, hey, you know, let us know when we can send you more coffee. And I just didn't respond because I'm a bad human being who, like, is lazy about communications. It's like,
Yeah,
if this is a sponsorship, at least in its present state, it's not really like I'm taking advantage of it. It's like I have a lifetime supply of coffee, but I'm like, you know what, you guys, just give it to someone in need right now. Send my coffee to, you know, like a freshman year university dorm at, like, Georgia Tech University or something. Donate my coffee to the engineering wing of Phillips Hall at Georgetown.
I'm fine drinking the coffee if you want to send me yours.
I don't consent to that.
Okay.
Nick's got his own line on free coffee.
That's true. They have sent me 3 boxes now, and I do appreciate it very much.
You're on box number 3? Good God, man.
It's real good.
That's 3 boxes
like
of coffee.
Yeah.
I would like mine to be sent to the bus depot for whoever drives the 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift on the local municipal bus line in your city. Send it there, please.
That's like a lot of work for them to figure that out.
Yeah. They're going to send it to me anyway. People are like, why don't you get it and then send it to people? Because that's, you know, hey, it's so generous of me to give myself more work for no reason. I want all the credit, but I don't want to actually have to put in the effort myself, if possible.
All right.
Ooh, guppy dreams. No. How's your run going, by the way, Nick?
It was very dire for a little bit, and then I got Ipecac and Death's Touch, and now I'm, like, pretty much fine.
Touch? How did this guy get Death's Touch?
Re-rolled a Devil Deal.
Which Devil Deal?
It was a little ballsy, because it was the one with Guppy's collar. It was just like, I don't need this shit today. And then I got Death's Touch instead.
Okay, I took Guppy's collar, so that makes sense. Wouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth like that. Give it out to trick-or-treaters. We don't get trick-or-treaters. We live in an apartment building.
Do you even have Halloween in Canada?
We have Halloween, yeah.
You have, I don't like weird Thanksgiving and you have Halloween. I don't know what you're doing over there.
I find it weird that, like, you guys have Columbus Day, which is like our Thanksgiving.
Don't love
and then
Columbus
like a month
Day.
later, you're like, let's have a holiday that celebrates the unity of our people. But then like a month before, you're like, remember when this guy came over to America?
That's the dichotomy of America's education system right there.
I'm
we
not
can
even,
go from one side to the other.
I'm not even trying to be political about it, but you're like, it just weirds me out that there's like, it's like you had anti-Christmas on November 25th, and then 1 month later you were like, let's celebrate Christmas too.
Yeah, I don't really get it either. There's the whitewashed version of our history, and then there's the actual history, and it's like we've got to acknowledge both.
All right, Howard Zinn. Columbus Day shouldn't be a holiday anymore, honestly. Yeah. I don't know. Like, possibly. You gotta think, like, at some point, like, maybe once every 5 years, there should be, like, a holiday audit. Because otherwise, there's always gonna be new holidays being added, which is dope, but it does get a little ridiculous. That's how you, oh, today's Arbor Day, today's, you know, World Taco Day, everybody takes 6 weeks off from work, right? Like, at some point, you gotta start auditing these holidays. That's my opinion.
They have been adding them at an unsustainable rate lately. There's like 5 different cat days now.
Yeah. And I
love cats.
This is like a social media, social media is enabling this, where it's like, today's International Cheeseburger Day. We don't need an International Cheeseburger Day. It's actually like a day that makes no sense. And it's like, it's not like I don't respect the cheeseburger. It's more like I respect it enough to think that it doesn't need its own day.
I respect it consistently throughout the year. My respect doesn't wane at any point.
Like, every day has the potential to be International Cheeseburger Day for me.
Any day you're feeling it, yeah. And wouldn't that really be the ultimate way to show respect to the cheeseburger, is to hold it mutually high with all other foods at any point that you could eat?
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
You're talking about Taco Tuesdays and how they're a blessing in disguise, and, like, I don't know. I feel like Taco Tuesdays are great.
I agree.
Why would anyone detract from this? They're tacos.
Yeah, no, like I was saying in that Isaac episode, I had that discussion with Kate. She's like, Taco Tuesday is like the saddest thing of all time. You're closing yourself off from new experiences. I was like, no, you're not. Disagree. 6 days a week, new experiences. 1 day a week, delicious tacos. It's a wonderful compromise.
Unless the other 6 days also become Taco Tuesday.
Which I'm still kind of like, you know what? I've tried some weird foods. I've lived on this earth for, 27 years, almost 28 years.
Time to give it up.
I'm not saying it's time to give it up, but like if I have to pick one food for the rest of my life, tacos will probably be up there. Like if someone came down and was like, you can either have, tacos or like sandwiches every day for the rest of your life. That's the only food you could eat. I'd be like, give me tacos, no hesitation.
I feel like we've had this discussion before, and it might have been different.
Probably like dozens of times.
Yeah.
I mean, tastes constantly evolve. I've really become a taco fan probably within the last couple of years. I've reached, peak taco.
I've become a taco van.
That would be pretty sweet.
Give out tacos out of a van.
Mithrarin Taffy. Is that Bear Taffy's Norwegian cousin? Thank you for the subscription.
Bear reading Norwegian signs. It's fun.
I prefer burritos to tacos. I agree, but I am making burritos in the comfort of my own home because you gotta like the tortilla integrity is a whole sub-level of bread integrity that I can't relate to. If you go to
years
San Francisco,
of cultural development around it too.
Yeah, they like steam. Corn tortillas, in my opinion, taste better. But for a burrito, you've got to use a flour tortilla because it stretches. So you steam it and then you stretch it, and then they've got the whole roll game going on. I mean, we got like pretty shit ass Mexican food in Canada. I've had some Canadian burritos. They tear. Then you go to, you know, America. You guys crush it in the burrito game.
You know, we're the cultural melting pot the world's always needed, which is why we want to apparently stop doing that.
America doesn't get enough respect for the way that it integrates food from other cultures and, like, does it very well, in my opinion.
Well, it's
Everyone's
not that America integrates the food. The cultures are just here making their food.
I guess so, but I give you guys credit for that and that alone. Like, I always feel whenever people on the internet make fun of America, they're like, oh, cheeseburgers, Pepsi, ha ha ha, you know? But, like, America's like a genuine food mecca. It's such a food mecca that it can have shit like diners, drive-ins, and dives, but then also still be, like, a culinary capital of planet Earth.
Yeah, I guess there really are kind of two worlds existing there.
America is it's a land of divergent identities, man.
It really is. There's probably a really great paper to be written about that.
Yeah, I'd never read it. What am I, a professor or something?
Yeah, could be.
At Georgetown University?
Yeah, maybe Phoenix.
I don't know where Georgetown. Where's Georgetown, Nick?
I don't know. Sounds like Massachusetts.
I got another question for you.
Yeah.
I was watching, glued to the debates, as many people were this weekend. Why is Washington University in St. Louis? You have a city called Washington, D.C. You have a state called Washington.
Oh, I know.
Where is Washington University? St. Louis, Missouri. Naturally.
You're free to call things whatever you want, apparently, and there's no rhyme or reason governing them all.
Like, I get that there's a George Washington, and, like, that's extremely relevant to national history.
Georgetown is in Washington, D.C.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's the oldest Catholic and Jesuit institution.
Just move Georgetown to St. Louis and move Washington University to Washington, D.C.
I'm not in control of it, unfortunately, or I would.
Guess who Georgetown was named after? Oh, god damn it.
Not George Washington, I'm supposing.
No, I think it is George Washington.
Oh.
NL's Meme Machine and Passive Panda, thank you as well. Where's Washington Mutual based? That one's Washington State, I think. I'll accept it. You know what? I don't want to be in this room. Why not just rename them instead of move them? Okay,
Same
you
thing.
know, that's just a straight shooter who's got middle management written all over him. Anyway, so this has been a long treatise about, you know, the validity of America.
And our verdict was?
I mean, I mostly like the U.S., to be honest with you. And I poke fun, but here's the problem, is that it's like you're really close friends with somebody, but everybody knows there's like an elephant in the room. It's like, he's got like a real anger problem. So, you know, when you make fun of Canada, you go like, hey, you syrup eaters, and you go, oh, that's ignorant, you know? And when you make fun of America, you're like, you guys have a lot of gun-related homicides, and you're kind of like, is that too real to be banter? I think so.
Yeah, and also it's not exactly a fair exchange when you're like, hey, syrup eaters. It's like, all right, that's pretty whimsical and silly.
Yeah, you're like, that's could be worse, right?
And
then you're like, you know, hey, Canada, how's the ice hockey, eh? And then we're like, 40% of your country hates the other 60%. And then you're like, yeah, that's just makes me like a little sad. It's like one of your friends being like, hey, nice hat, you dork. And then you're like, you know, nice mustache, but actually their mustache looks like shit.
Or it's like your drunk alcoholic friend
Yeah,
saying you're the alcoholic when you've had one beer.
Yeah, you be slow down. Save some beer for the rest of us. And you'd be like, your liver is the size of, you know, my face. And then you'd be like, ooh, that's too real.
You probably aren't going to be alive in a year. Like, that's not right.
So, yeah, it's a problem, man. But, you know, hopefully I live long enough to see Canada you know, have its own problems on that level. Because instead, we're treated like a diminutive, like
That's
little
not
brother
the right
sort
way
of
to look at it.
situations. I'm not saying like I'd be excited, but you know, all things in time.
That's how apologetic that Canada is, that you want to have Canada get worse so you can sympathize with America?
Just feels right, you know? Why should you guys have to take all the flack?
Why don't you sympathize with us by us getting better? And then we can all be on the same table.
We've tried that, and
Oh, yeah.
it hasn't worked out yet. I'm not saying I hope for a national tragedy. I'm just saying I hope for a change to our national identity, you know? Alcohol makes the liver smaller? I don't think that's true.
Doesn't it, like, build up scar tissue or something, which makes it expand?
That's the way I thought. I thought it contributed to a swollen liver.
And it also changes texture, so it gets, like, hard and brittle instead of being organic and, you know...
Dude, muscles and organs are so stupid. It's like, hey, work out, make your biceps bigger. Ooh, but, you know, you did too much cocaine, now your heart's 3 times the size of a normal person's. That sounds awesome. I'm not saying you should do cocaine, because clearly it's medically inadvisable. I'm just saying, like, if someone was like, hey, your biceps are 3 times the average, I'd be like, I must be in great shape. Oh, but your heart's 3 times the average. Well, turns out, you know, that's bad. Like, make up your mind, organs and muscles.
It does seem that's a bit odd. Like, you should be able to pump iron like nobody's business if you're on coke.
I mean, if you saw, like, if it applied to other muscles the same way it applies to, like, you know, your deltoids or something, you'd be like, this guy's heart is 3 times the size of an average heart.
Also, think about what that did for the Grinch. Everybody loved him for that.
That's a good point.
He was just doing coke.
Well, his heart was 3 sizes too small.
No, but at the end, it grew to be 3 times larger, didn't it?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Or was it just the regular size of a heart? At which point this invalidates.
I thought it grew to the size of a regular person's heart.
All right, disregard.
Loose cannon sandwich, thank you as well.
The Grinch didn't do coke, turns out.
He might have, though.
I mean, he might have. We don't know.
Dr. Seuss, not Canadian. Not a Canadian man.
What is he?
My guess is Dr. Seuss is American.
Weird.
I mean, you guys have more famous people than we do. The only reason
have more people than you do.
Exactly, but the only reason it seems like we have more is because when you're Canadian, you know who all the Canadians are, and when you're American, you just assume that a white person speaking unaccented English is American, which is usually true.
What's more important in this case, having more people per capita, or just having more people that are famous? Isn't that a testament to the greatness of your society if you have a larger amount of famous people per capita?
That argument always comes up in the Olympics, though, and I find it like, I don't like it.
Okay.
Because they are like, okay, America won, you know, 200 medals, and Djibouti won 1 bronze medal, but Djibouti has won 300 the population. Like, they take the numbers.
It breaks down, yeah.
Yeah, the numbers get taken to the point of absurdity. It's like, where even if they won every medal in the Olympic Games, like, there's no way. They'd be like, you know, Antigua wins! They have 1 medal for every 10,000 citizens because they got 1 bronze in men's keirin or something like that. You know?
Well, to take it to the ultimate way, like if it was a person by themselves that declared themselves their own country and participated in the Olympics and got a gold medal, they would have the highest ratio in the world of successful Olympians. And that doesn't really help anyone's cause.
Stop saying Antigua like that. How do you say it?
How do you say it?
Is it Antigua? Did I just say exactly the same thing again? Antigua? Antigua?
I thought it was, yeah, Antigua sounds more right, but I didn't really think about it. I have not watched Luke Cage, no, chat.
Luke Cage.
I didn't know this was such a thing. All of a sudden, everyone's asking me about it.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, I haven't seen it either, but it's a new Marvel property that is also a Netflix original. It's at, like, the perfect epicenter of, like, our demographics' preferred entertainment choice.
I'm down for, like, more Stranger Things and Game of Thrones. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it.
It really, like, if I had to choose what our demographic should be watching, I'm just going to throw out on a limb and say the 2008 to 2016 long-running procedural CBS legal and family drama known as The Good Wife. But
I vote you just watch that last presidential debate over and over and over until your eyes bleed.
Are you saying that Hillary Clinton is an Alicia Florrick? Because I know Alicia Florrick. And you, ma'am, you're no Alicia Florrick.
That's up for you to decide.
I'm like pretty for TV for the most part. Like in like a television golden age, it's pretty cool. I don't know if you and I have the same perspective on this, but when I was a kid, up until probably like Arrested Development being on, TV was just like where bad movie directors go to make shit that like Hollywood's pushed them out, and they're like, all right, I guess I'll go make, you know, the 18th Law and Order spinoff.
Yeah, no, I pretty much agree with you. I think
like
it was
Golden
like
Era Simpsons,
The Sopranos, maybe, was
Yeah.
like one of the first that really started to turn that around.
It legitimized it for sure.
I,
And now it's like it's amazing.
Yeah, it's gotten better and better. For me, it was largely like where you go to watch The Price is Right at 11 in the morning when you missed school, right? Like, it was stuff like that. It was cartoons. It wasn't anything substantial. But now we got Breaking Bad, and we've got all these other great properties. So yeah, it's definitely gotten better.
It actually is like, it's really good.
Oh yeah, Oz. That's true as well. I didn't
Oz,
really
yeah.
watch Oz, but I was aware of it being good.
And the wizard thereof.
Yeah.
How's your
Lost.
run going?
Oh, I just won.
Oh, dope. Do you want to run some ads and then play some Spy Party?
Yeah, if you're down for it, sure.
I was actually going to say, do you want to run some home improvements? But sure, we're going to run some ads, and we'll be back to play Spy Party in 3 minutes. See you soon.
See you soon. Weird banter today.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't think my topic filter is quite kicked in yet.
Do you want to just do a stream of us doing gaming talk shows where we read all of the leaked emails from WikiLeaks?
Yeah, I'd love to. You say that like I wouldn't immediately agree to it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You propose it!
But it would be funny.
I think it would be hilarious if we did a shitty news show where we just read some headlines and riff on them for a while. Although I kind of know where that would go ultimately, and maybe that wouldn't be for the best for either of us.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that in theory it seems like a good idea, and in practice maybe not so much.
Well, the way I think of it is like, Weekend Update. Everyone thinks it sucks. And the people doing that are like talented writers and comedians. Right. And then like we have no talent whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, old lady held up a grocery store at gunpoint because they wouldn't accept her coupon. That's stupid. What a dumb lady. All right, next story. You know, like where we'd run out of momentum, I guess.
I'm just setting up the game here. Oh, I've been invited. How nice.
You don't have to accept it yet. And the other thing is, like, the show doesn't have to be political, because I really feel like it's only this year that it has to be political. Like, we're at peak politics right now.
Yeah.
And then in like 3 months, we're all just watching people play video games again. Right now, it's like, oh, you're everything wrong with society. Oh, put her in jail. Grab people by the pussy. But then in like 3 months, we all have to like get along,
It's just the level of banter, like the level of, what's the word for it? Just the crazy hyperbole of this particular political cycle is just so easy to just put away in its own area.
Yeah.
I feel like most people can't relate to what's going on in the darkest depths of this. It seems like ubiquitous comedy material is what I mean.
Like if you're not living in North America, you might not understand that we are submerged in like political commentary right now. I know that like probably overseas you're getting a lot of it. We exist in this every day. It's like we wake up and take a deep breath of politics.
It's yeah, you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes, you go, sigh, here we go again.
And then in like 6 weeks, it's going to be fine. Probably.
I certainly hope so.
Or there'll be like a civil war. But like after the civil war, it'll be fine. And then in like 6 years, we'll look back at it and be like, man, that was crazy.
Yeah, it really
Bobby
is.
Boucher showed up at halftime, and we open our eyes and go, scry. All right. I'm going to go get a coffee, and I'll be back in 30 seconds here.
Sounds good. And I'm going to take this moment to thank Baron Klaus von Snarfluget for the $5 tip. It says, hey, Nick, would you rather be a boy made out of shit or a shit made out of a boy? I don't know. That's weird. Neither? I don't think I have that option, but neither. Squeeg, thank you for the 5 months resubscription, says Lion Elmo Face. Jalalapino? Halalalapino? I don't know how to say that. 123, thank you for the subscription. Jack Drakeham, thank you for the subscription. Zandam, I like how those just go into each other. Thank you for the 10 months. Squiver, thank you for the baby time. It says, Nick, did you know today is Treat Yourself Day? I didn't know that. Every day is a day. Alfonsi and Captain Fabuinus, thank you for the subscriptions. Lieutenant Atan Shabashi, thank you for the subscription as well.
All right, all right.
Like a lot of really difficult to read names today. Either that or I'm not all here yet.
NL, Casey Neistat told me you have to tell me your political beliefs. What did Casey Neistat say?
Who's that?
He's a YouTuber. He makes videos of himself getting into skateboard crashes.
Oh.
That's my understanding, at least. All right, it's been a while here. I'm going to take beginner ballroom. Sure. It's new beginner ballroom, by the way.
Cool. I think we've done that before, haven't we?
I don't know if this map's ever had the new art.
Looks good.
He said he's voting for Hillary. I mean, he's a voter. He's an American. He's got more right to vote than I do. Last time I checked, anyway.
I had this fucking weird dream last night that I was hanging out with Ethan and Hila. And we were, like, hanging around in California, and we met this guy that sold cell phones that were able to give you a digital tattoo of any image you wanted. And apparently it hurt like shit, but, like, you had a sweet-ass tattoo that you could turn off whenever you wanted.
All right.
It's just like,
pretty dope,
what the
I
fuck
suppose.
is my brain doing? Where did all those things come together?
Yeah, dreams are pretty wild.
I would probably try a digital tattoo, though, if it was really a thing.
You think you'd ever get a tattoo, Nick?
I don't plan to, but I figure if there's something that really stands out in my life, maybe I will.
Yeah, that seems fair.
It's like the third time I've mentioned dreaming about H3. Yeah, that's weird.
I'm not kidding you. Tomorrow is Be Bald and Be Free Day. Finally. My people have been put down too much. Brian OTI and Delete Master, thank you for the subscription as well. Like, Nick, did you know there has never been a bald American president?
I didn't know that, actually, no.
There has never been a bald Canadian prime minister. There has never been a bald Teen Choice Awards winner.
I mean, there's nothing stopping them, right? It's just a coincidence.
Are you saying that we live in a meritocracy where bald people are not unfairly discriminated because of the texture of their scalps?
No, like, is there bald discrimination? Excuse me.
Nah, I'm just joking.
Okay.
Also, yeah, that's true. Eisenhower was bald.
I mean, you might not even know if there was a bald American president. You just wear a wig.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
The U.S. has had more than 5 bald presidents, but Americans haven't voted one into office in 51 years. Wow. So much for tolerance. 5 out of 44. By the way, why does it say Americans have elected more than 5 bald presidents? That doesn't seem like a Wikipedia-esque statement.
And the end of red.
Shouldn't it just say 6?
Thank you, all of Space and Time, for the subscription. I think people are really thrown off by the time being shifted back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
There's like way less people watching right now for me.
I mean, it is like we're like, hey, you know, Monday Night Football is on at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And then the day before Monday Night Football, we're like, actually, it's on at 1. So it's fair enough. I don't know about that. It looks suspicious. That also looks suspicious to me. Oh, this guy is... That's not where you stand if you're a rational human being.
Shoot him.
I think I may. I think I might shoot the target I have in my sights. How you feeling about that prompt there, buddy? Picking up the He-Man statue? I gotta swap, though, not just inspect. Gotta swap.
Could be anyone.
Could be anyone.
It's so weird that security agent Matt Damon still hasn't gotten a skin update.
Yeah, I hope they never change that.
Change the waiter, but leave Matt Damon alone.
Nick, you have to tell me if I guess your character right. Are you playing lady who definitely lost her virginity at a Motley Crue concert?
Yes, shoot her immediately. I might be lying.
I'm thinking about it. Jesus Christ, those leopard sleeves. That was, what the heck? Not you, too. QE, the number 2. I don't know, man. Nobody goes and looks at the freaking paintings.
Too obvious at the end there, huh?
You completed the objectives, though.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I had to go, like, I didn't have any commentary there because I was running the flowchart in my head. I was like, okay, if it hits the 0 seconds, I'm going to run towards the guy who just, like, beeline towards the ambassador over and over.
Fair enough. You noticed there was actually 2 of my character for some reason?
Yeah, there's a twin.
Oh, I thought they were twins, but they wore slightly different clothes. Oh, good game.
Good game indeed.
I panic a little bit when it comes down to the last moment and I don't have it.
Oh, that was a tough one. Like,
that wasn't that bad. I stood a little too long at the beginning.
It was really only at the end that I got it. Prior to that moment, I did not have a. I didn't have a beat on you at all. I mean, you say it's always Morgan Freeman, but it was not Morgan Freeman that time. You have the baddest mofos in your crew. Julius Caesar, Winston Churchill, Shakespeare, they were all baldies. Were they, though? Shakespeare's good. He's like half bald. He's got those weird little curls coming out of the side, right?
Yeah, he let him roll really big.
And Winston Churchill, I mean, I guess. I don't really like idolize Winston Churchill though. Like I respect him, but at the same time, people are always like, check out this sweet Winston Churchill zinger, and I'm like, it seems like maybe
Banana bread.
You know, like that lady was like, Winston Churchill, you're too drunk, and he's like, yeah, well, at least you're ugly, but at least I'll be sober in the morning. And it's like, dude, that's not called for. She just called you out on your destructive habits, and you called her ugly for looking out for you.
It's just being a dick.
Banana bread.
That does make you, like, an extreme asshole.
Snarky dick.
It's just like a better version of, like, maybe you should mind your own fucking business. Good game for watching them both at once. I agree. There's cangar.net/live/Northernlion/Broccoli Watch us both simultaneously. He's also the only... I actually call extreme bullshit on that.
Why?
I nailed the prompt. There was no tell.
I saw the tell.
There was no tell!
You touched your pocket.
They always touch their pocket when they go to the bookshelf.
It looked conspicuous. You don't do that and then turn a page. Oh, I got it anyway.
Thank you for the subscription.
If that was a coincidence, that's pretty silly.
Chris Hecker, we gotta eliminate these false positives, man.
Yeah, that's funny. Like, if you had to know extra to know you weren't having a problem there. I love Beginner Ballroom. I think it's my favorite level.
Yeah, I like it.
Feels the most balanced.
I think it's too easy for Sniper.
Oh, maybe.
Very suspicious. Nobody takes a drink and then goes to look at a statue. Come on.
I don't know what these people are doing looking at the statues in the first place. Like, do you really need to inspect them on that level?
It's like, I've also never been to a party where, like, that was relevant. You ever go to a party? Oh, I love that guy. He throws the best parties. He's got all the best statues.
Yeah, I go there to read his books. Bug his ambassador.
Z Toast. Thank you for the subscription. Better hope none of these fuckers touch their pockets. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is gonna sound really dumb, but what button do you hit to do the prompts again? Because it seemed like I'm not hitting them at all.
Whichever button you hit to initiate the prompt.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a few months since I played this.
So if you like right click,
yeah,
then you right click.
Banana bread.
Ooh, a banana bread. Interesting. He said banana bread, the absolute madman. Nick, does your character own more than 2 Women in Song CDs?
At least, yeah.
Gotcha. Wow. No chance.
Oh, did you see him run over?
Ooh!
Yeah, he got me.
Nailed it.
I think you had me right from the beginning, right? You saw the book?
No, I did not actually.
I thought maybe you were just
got
not
a little over the shoulder angle on the statue changing. So then I
actually nailed that
wagered
prompt too, so that was kind of funny.
Oh, that is weird. False positives. All right, let's mix it up. This is too sniper focused. We're not going to go to old ballroom. I kind of feel like pub is a little too spy focused, but I also do like new art. It's a delightful pub with a friendly bartender.
And there's about to be a murder.
Pub, let's go. Okay. What about complete 4 known missions? There goes Bear going into his virtual reality world again.
Bear loves virtual reality.
He's always in virtual reality.
I love how much he loves it. It makes me happy for him. Like
2 hours of VR daily. Almost as much time as he spends in Meat Space.
Out of the whole group of us, I think he spends the most time in VR by a good degree.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Can't help but notice the lack of baldies in this game. You know what? You raise an interesting point of which I had not ever considered. Maybe the man with the cowboy hat is bald. Cowboy hat equals high testosterone equals greater chance of male pattern baldness.
Yeah, actually, he looks like he might be bald. That guy's got a lot of sperm going on in him.
You can tell. You can just tell. Is the bartender an android?
Yeah, he is.
He's not an android. He's friendly.
I wouldn't say androids can't be friendly. They're just full of milk.
He does kind of look like Bishop.
He looks like he'd play a mean knife game, too.
Surreal Lemming. I agree. That is some good shit right there. Right there. Thank you very much for the resubscription. There was actually a somewhat bald character. There was a somewhat bald character announced at PAX.
Gotcha.
I've learned to play the player for Nick is just don't take statues. Or
I know statues and I know books. That's
even
it.
better. I keep throwing you a bone putting statues in there. Next time, 4 of 5 known missions, and then don't do statues.
I'll tell you what, though, if you do the thing where you get the prompt and then the next person swaps it, you've guaranteed a death for them.
That's true, but that distills the game down to a level that I'm not that happy with, which is hit this quick time event to win.
Yes. Yeah, that is very simple then. What's the point of this game? It's an asymmetrical multiplayer game.
Correct.
Wait, that actually fits this time. Where one of us plays the spy, the other plays the sniper. The spy has to accomplish a group of objectives and try to blend in with the NPCs in a way that the sniper can't tell who it is. Thank you so much, JManVI for the 7 months in a row, Surreal Lemming for the 15, and JOC1911 for the subscription.
Banana bread.
Whoa. That is surprising. Oh, I guess you can't low light that person.
What do you think about that?
The banana bread took me by surprise. That's very suspicious.
I agree.
Yeah, okay. General could be bald? Yo, that's just ridiculous. He's got hair on the back of his head. Please shoot the security agent. His eyes haunt me. Yeah, but what about his brother, the bartender's gonna be real sad. Feel good. Do you think it's commentary on the militarization of society that you shoot the spy instead of arresting them? I mean, you know, I believe in the value of due process, but perhaps sometimes governments need to do extrajudicial things in the interest of national security. All right.
Now, why did he do 2 banana breads? That's the real question.
Why did you do 2 banana breads?
That's what I want to know.
Why'd you do 2 banana breads?
Oh, see, the first time he was walking away. So it didn't count.
I see. Fist of Cain subscribes and says, NL isn't a hypocrite for jaywalking. He'd be a hypocrite if he claimed a car should have hit someone else if he were to get in an accident. There you go. Confirmed. That's, man, I don't know, like, you know, complete 5 of 7. 5 of 7. That seems reasonable. That's not 5 yet. Give me a sec. Wait, that's only 4. Okay. OOJJ22, thank you as well. And Asver Jones.
All right, good statues. You'd be wise not to tamper with them.
Banana bread.
There is no concept of jaywalking in the EU. We do whatever we want. Don't they teach you in the Netherlands that, like, don't step on the red sidewalk or you'll get hit by a bicycle? You know, red means dead or something like that. But not in, like, the, you know, the Red Scare sort of way.
The physics of being hit by a bicycle sound terrifying.
I mean, it would be painful, I assume.
For both parties, honestly, but, like, you've got an aluminum or metal frame of some kind and a big old rubber tire with some studs and a whole human being flying at you. That's, like, a lot to take in all at once. And a lot of bad angles and, like, metal.
Come visit my Netherlands?
I think I know what they're doing there. I think that's a reference to their genitalia.
No.
It's a bit crude, but I think some people
You
think that stuff's
someone would
funny.
do that? Talk about their genitals on the
I think
internet?
they're trying to rustle up your jimmies is mostly, like, what I think they're doing. Alright.
I'm getting fucking deked, bud. getting deep like Pat Verbeek. There's actually a law where you have to jaywalk in Europe.
Or what?
They'll probably give you free healthcare if you don't.
you get free healthcare for breaking the law. There's nothing you can do. Well, you're doing a good job, because I'm not really onto anybody yet.
Yeah, but you don't know. I might have, like, not produced any results yet.
Thank you to OG Burner for the $5 tip. Hi guys, I like this early NLSS timing so I don't have to spend half the night, or the half night, and can sleep like a normal person. By the way, without Avril and Kruger, nobody would even know that Canada's a real land with real people, not like Oz.
Are you talking about Avril and Chad Kroger from Nickelback?
It says Avril and Kruger.
I don't even know what that means. Avril and Kruger?
I assumed Freddy Krueger, but I didn't really get the correlation. Alright, you're clear.
Avril and Kruger.
Is that normal? Not familiar with that animation.
Know your limit, stay within it.
I feel like you're gonna run out of time.
Well, that's just ridiculous. A spy is never late. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
I wonder if you're Gomez.
I thought I only had 4 things to do.
Dang. Yeah, I didn't see you at all, actually.
Instead, I had 5 things to do.
Does she look a little like Melissa Etheridge?
I don't know. Sometimes I think you see what you want to see.
Maybe.
But, I mean, I take that as a win for the spy, right? Like...
Yeah, it's like a neutral win.
They did not die, and I accomplished 4 of my goals.
But I don't think the government's going to allow you the courtesy of not accomplishing one of your goals.
You know, they're going to be like, hey, you're like a pretty good spy, but you fucked it up. You're going to Guantanamo.
Yep. Well, they put the cyanide in your tooth and they make you bite it.
I don't know if that's how that goes.
I was thinking about that. Like, Bond has this cyanide tooth. What if he just accidentally bites something really hard?
Yeah, I think I'm a little too neurotic to have a cyanide pill. It's like, what if you just do it like when you're sleeping or you're eating corn nuts or something like that? It's like the hardest food known to man.
Just chips your tooth and boom. Irredeemable.
No, this is too suspicious. Yeah. You know what? I think it might be that.
Wow. Shocking.
Redo.
How do I reset without changing?
You just pick the same settings we had.
This is press escape to play as spy.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I want.
Bond is in multiple serious car accidents each film. The cyanide pill is a real concern. I agree. What the heck? We're back on beginner ballroom.
Oh, I didn't even do that by... No, sorry. I thought the settings just stayed the same. They just clicked through everything.
I didn't kill Bruno Mars. I killed...
Yeah, but does Bruno Mars is gay, though?
It's an internet meme. if I recall correctly. When you say Trump is streaming right now, you talking about Donald Trump or you talking about Trump SC?
Donald J. Trump SC.
I played the board game Codenames with Trump SC at PAX West. And I was like, this motherfucker's on a whole different level. Codenames, you basically try to, it's like password, but you try to come up with a keyword that applies to multiple keywords that are on the board, and then your team guesses what they are. So you'll be like, you know, you have ice and popsicle on the, let's say you have ice and stick on the board. You'd be like, oh, popsicle 2. And then you'd be, oh, we gotta find 2 words that relate to those words. This motherfucker said blood 0. And then left, you can't say anything else. So we left us on our team to puzzle out what this guy's doing with this new meta. Blood 0, or like blood 6 and then like, you know, coffin 0. And I was like, I don't even know how this, what is this guy doing to us? It's like hardcore mode.
I'm not sure I followed the constraints of those rules. Could it be virus?
I don't think that you would enjoy code words.
Okay. Well, let's never play it then.
Fair enough.
I do want to play that Lost Island game again. That was fun.
Oh, Forbidden Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forbidden Island's pretty cool.
I like cooperative board games.
Pandemic Legacy is the real shit, but I've only played month 1 of 12. Alright, so far so bad.
Banana bread.
Ooh. Now the question is, do you banana bread and split, or do you stick around so it doesn't look like you're a victim? I feel like Neck would not pick up the briefcase. It's a false positive unnecessarily. Which one does he save for last? He usually goes statues first. Would he dare? Ooh, that's a heavy statue, isn't it? Just look at the painting. No one will question you as long as you're looking at the painting. But this guy's way too close to the ambassador. Something ain't right. Oh, now he's slightly further away from the ambassador.
Dude, I thought you were just gonna shoot me. You were following me with the laser every time I went to a book, and I just did the swap in front of you with it on my head, and you didn't see it.
I'll accept it. All right, we need to get a spy win on Beginner Ballroom.
Thank you,
That
Bellamy
statue does
Craft
not have
MC.
boobs. That's Onion Knight.
It's a fertility symbol. Bellamy Craft MC with the 24 months. The Rohan hits 2 years. Congratulations. I'll have a badge for you soon enough. That is a thing, by the way. They're doing these reward badges now if you're subscribed to a channel for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years. Just kind of a nice gesture.
If you're subscribed to a channel for Austin 316, you get a badge that's a Budweiser can that you can crush on your forehead, and you can say, oh, hell yeah.
That's pretty cool. They do have the Bud Star emote already, so...
Is that for Budweiser?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, it doesn't look anything like the Budweiser logo.
It does sort of look like a star, though, so I guess they got that going for them.
I mean, I would say that indeed it does look like a star.
But so do you, Northernlion.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
Banana bread.
It is the Budweiser logo. They sponsored some sort of esports thing.
Ah. Yeah, I didn't know the background to it, but I figured it was kind of cool that we were doing this, like, 6v9 contest between these two mega corporations.
One of which is the Frito-Lay's Corporation.
Yeah,
one
Doritos
of which is,
and Budweiser.
fair enough. It's not a 69 contest, it's a 6v9 contest.
Yeah, it's 6 versus 9. It's orange versus blue. The numbers just happen to correlate with the colors orange and blue. That's why they're named that way. Game's coming along very well. Should be done soon.
To be honest with you, I am a craft beer drinker. But Budweiser is not that bad. It could be worse.
I don't think I've really run into any beer that's like that bad.
There are some beers that are that bad, in my opinion.
Actually, the chocolate beer I had was that bad.
Mm.
Yeah, those weird ones, just like, probably don't bother. It was like double chocolate, just tasted like bitter ass. Give me some nice smooth ass any day. Don't give me that bitter ass.
Budweiser, it could be worse. I don't think it makes you snobby to be like semi-pro Budweiser. Like, if I went to like a bar or something, and they were like, we only have Budweiser and like Kokanee, I'd be like, hell yeah. Give me the Budweiser, please. Hey, boss. Can you give me the Budweiser, please?
You're doing weird stuff with that book over there.
What's the point of doing the prompts perfectly if it still gives you a tell?
I don't know. That's weird.
It hit every single prompt that game.
It looked to me like you had done the prompt correctly and got the smallest animation, but I think it just doesn't give you an invisible pass. I actually saw 2 of them.
I like me some grapefruit beer. Ooh, a nice, like a grapefruit radler. Nothing wrong with that.
Never tried that before. You gonna go, like, high-rise?
Sure, man. Do what you want to do. For me, the epitome of, like, a beer that I have no respect for is a Coors Light. If you drink it, I can still have respect for you. But I'm like, this is actually water that is more than $1 a can, which is, if it was like 80 cents a can, I'd be like, that's no problem. But you're like, people paying a premium to drink Coors Light. It's your money, but man, it's at the epicenter of things I do not enjoy.
I used to drink a lot of that Bud Light Lime.
You don't have to admit that.
I know, but like, that was my starter beer. I don't drink it anymore. I do think you have to ease into beer a little bit. I mean, maybe some people less than others, but I personally didn't find the taste of it to be that good. And now I don't mind it at all. Now I just drink Blue Moon, which is probably also pretty light on the, you know, the scope of beers.
Blue Moon's all right. It bums me out when you go to an American bar and they're like, Blue Moon, $7 a pint. And I'm like, ah, come on now. That's just...
It's because they know you want it.
You're abusing goodwill at this point.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Like, it's at a PAX or something like that, I'm like, yeah, that's all right. But, like, I'm not paying $7 for it.
But if you're in a group setting, you know, you get a pitcher, everybody chips in, it's not so bad.
It's a $32 pitcher, man. Madrina's Light is the only good beer. Yeah,
I would try a coffee beer.
When are you going to get into that game? All I can say about Bud Light Lime is that in university, we had a Bud Light Lime in our fridge for like 8 months. And if you can keep a beer alive in a house full of 7 college students for that long,
yeah, that says a lot.
I think you gotta go back to R&D.
I would have drank it.
Would you rather drink a Coors or a Shack soda? I would rather drink a Coors than a Shack soda.
Shack soda's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, by the way. I did have some.
I would rather drink like a Coors than like a Mountain Dew, though.
The Blueberry Shack soda was actually kind of good.
I believe that.
It's not something I would buy again, but like, if it was $1 and it was there, it's not so bad.
I would rather drink my own cum than a Coors. That is like...
It's a bit extreme.
At this point, you should go see a doctor. Like, it's okay not to like it, but to go to that degree is just... It's...
Well, maybe
ridiculous.
we're misjudging. Maybe that person really likes cum.
Would you rather drink a Coors or a shot of Everclear? I chose to ignore that.
Fair enough.
I would rather drink a Coors than a shot of Everclear that, like... Isn't that like 190 proof or something like that? It's gonna strip the mucosal membrane from your esophagus, man. It's like, would you rather drink a beer you don't like or poison? Well, that's a tough one. I consider myself a man of taste, but I'm gonna have to take the thing that's not poison.
Banana bread.
No, there's no chance. There's no chance. Well, the good news is I had no idea.
Yeah, the bad news is it didn't complete my objectives.
You know what? We're going back. We're going back a level, because I'm not doing this book bullshit anymore.
Okay.
No, it's not beginner. We're doing regular. I'm not doing book. We're going to do... There's no missions. Accomplish 4 known missions, but not the book. Ambassador's fine. Double agent's a little too easy.
What is Everclear, by the way? I don't think I know that.
It's an extremely high proof alcohol. It's like, it's 95% ABV, I think.
Wow.
So it's, you know, it's up there. It's not legal to sell it in many parts of Canada. Nihilist AGS, thank you as well.
Yeah, the like Knob Creek stuff. I think that was really high.
That's just whiskey.
Yeah, it's like super high proof though. It wasn't bad. I think it had like a dark cherry flavor to it. It was very expensive though.
I'm a dude with long hair. Do you want to film a ragtag buddy cop movie together? That'd be good. Yeah, we can call it like Samson and Sylvanas or something
Call
like
it
that.
Rag and Tag.
Pretty good.
I don't know what either of those names stand for though.
I used to work at a liquor store in Arkansas, and we sold a depressing amount of Gem Clear. Is that like actual jewelry polish? Because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, this will shine you up inside. It's just like floor lacquer, just rebottled.
NL, do you follow any esports? I actually am esports. I'm rank 10 in Hearthstone. I don't want to brag, but so like I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna go pro if you guys support me.
He plays Hearthstone every night. Is that an esport?
I played the Tavern Brawl last night. I think that Tavern Brawl is like really bad in my opinion.
Why?
You only get your deck is made of 1 card. So then you're like, okay,
What?
turn 1, they play this card. Get ready to see 18 of those for the rest of the game.
That's so boring.
And then I got a quest, and you have to do your dailies in Hearthstone, or you're just leaving money on the table. And the quest was win 5 Tavern Brawls. And I was like, all right, time to decide if I ever want to play this game again. But I did.
The new Overwatch mode is kind of fun. It's just a bit repetitive, though. I know you're not really into Overwatch anymore, but...
I mean, I think it's probably my game of the year, honestly. Probably my favorite game of this annum. I'm just kind of done with it for now, though.
It's a time thing, and you get all these skins if you can pull it off. Get these Halloween crates now.
Why are they so good at this game and so bad at Dead by Daylight?
We're good at this?
The Spy has lost every single game that we've played.
I think we're better at Dead by Daylight, to be perfectly honest.
We've been playing for, like 40 minutes. The Spy has lost every single time. If you get 5 stars on the new Brawl, you get a loot box, by the way, Nick.
Oh, yeah, we've never gotten a 5. I think we got close to 4 once. That's the best we've done.
It's Dead by Daylight that's bad at being a game.
What?
You can reroll 1 quest every day? Sure, but I don't want to reroll a 60G quest. Come on, man.
I'm a bit confused here. I've been paying really close attention, and yet I have, like, very little to go on. So, good job.
Such a gold finger. Wow, wow, now. He's the man with the Midas touch. Such a cold finger. Wow, wow, now. I mean, it's not easy being the world's greatest spy. But in many ways, I don't know anything else. Of course, that's what I meant to say. He got the Midas touch, but he touched it too much.
I have 2 ideas. I need confirming information.
Are you going to do a let's look at of Dragon Quest Builders?
I'm gonna play it.
You're gonna play it?
Yeah, I got a code for it yesterday.
It's Dragon Quest Minecraft, right? Not to
Pretty
be
much, yeah.
like needlessly reductive.
Yeah, it's like an RPG Minecraft with Dragon Quest stuff. It looked pretty cool, actually. I really like the trailer for it, so I'm gonna give it a try anyway. Alright, well done.
Who'd you think it was, Nick?
I was thinking it... Oh, yeah, no, you were not on my radar at all. I thought it was either the General or the Cowboy.
Should just
Good
mirror
game.
match.
Yeah, I have not a clue.
It's a little easy on the Spy. To be fair, I also checked my watch about 6 consecutive times right at the start of the game.
That's the time to do it if you're gonna do it.
Exactly. So I got up to like 6.5 minutes worth of time left, and I was like, all right, we can take this slow.
I did notice you had a lot of time.
Rookin'. Daddy won a game as the Spy. Are you impressed? It has no appreciable impact on your life. Mind you, as a cat, I think you probably don't have the cognitive capacity to understand what's happening anyway in this game. Ruka's favorite game is, you know, you put your hand under the blanket, and then he turns his head sideways. It's like, what's going on? That blanket's like alive. And then he bats at it a few times. After like 30 seconds, he starts putting his paws under the blanket. He knows what's up.
Oh, smart kitties.
Mama
Does he know if
no
he's
fool.
playing with you to keep his claws in?
Yeah, he does claws in, but Tomo, the line is blurred for him. Tomo
Right.
keeps his claws out sometimes, but he's also like really bad at like everything except being cute. So like he takes some swings at you during playtime, but he normally just misses or kind of like glances. Anyway, Ruka goes straight for you with claws in though.
Yeah. Yeah, I could really get down with cat playtime if they keep the claws in. That's great time. It's just cat boxing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Fearless, thank you for the subscription. It's almost a great cat, but he's not the strongest feline, mentally speaking, but he makes up for it in other areas, like his sensitive demeanor.
He's very sweet. He's a nice, loyal, sweet cat.
I mean, can we be real?
Yeah, sure.
He's a cat.
Yeah.
It's like a living, like, partner for your life, but also like a decoration.
Wow.
Like, it's a living creature, but it's like Tomo being a little bit on the simple side is okay. It's not like he has to go out and like provide for our family or anything.
Yeah.
He just has to he has to eat, clean himself, not get into trouble, and then you're pretty much good to go. Like, you're accomplishing the necessary elements of being a cat.
He was very snuggly with me when I was there. He would like come up and flop around and be nice kitties.
Yeah, he's a nice cat. Ruka's very clever, and that cleverness sometimes leads to him getting into trouble.
Yep.
It's a double-edged sword. He's the eye candy? I could see that.
The new Apple product.
This changes everything. So little time left. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, General. So I was over there by the window checking my watch, right? And then this big red laser beam shows up on my shirt. And I said, what's up with that? I'm a general. I couldn't possibly be a double agent working for the mafia. Teddy Roosevelt's giving me a sidelong glance here. I'm not going to shoot. I want you to squirm while you accomplish your objectives under the watchful eye of Mr. Laserbeam.
Yeah?
I'm not taking the shot.
Well, you got me. You just didn't get me.
Fair enough. That's like a soft victory.
Yeah, it's probably the best I'm gonna do. I have a really hard time winning as a spy.
Spy's no joke, dude.
Yeah, the Murmur Mafia.
The Murmur Mafia. Wish I could do a good Murloc impression, but... Yo, that's pretty good, actually.
Thanks. I played a lot of WoW.
Murlocs are in WoW? I thought they were like a Hearthstone thing.
They're, well, Blizzard properties. They came from WoW, yeah.
You telling me that there's also priests and paladins in WoW? Whoa. Jeez, a little itchy on the trigger finger there.
I saw that false prompt again, and I thought... Alright. I saw him touch his pocket and then move a book.
It happens to the best of us. Hearthstone in 2016, lol. WoW in 2016, lol. No, Paladins is an Overwatch clone. Excuse me.
What are we talking about here?
Actually, there were Warcraft RTSs before World of Warcraft. Yeah, it started City of Warcraft, District of Warcraft, Province of Warcraft, Country of Warcraft, Continent of Warcraft, then World of Warcraft. I'm still waiting for Universe of Warcraft.
You missed Galaxy of Warcraft.
That comes after Planet Nick, which is after.
Oh, well, we just skipped over a bunch, is all I'm saying.
Solar system.
Solar system of Warcraft.
In 2016, lol.
Was the problem in that statement that people assumed that because I said that I was playing WoW in 2016? Because I'm not playing it. I just had to play it.
It's almost as bad, honestly. They skipped Universe of Warcraft to make StarCraft. It seems fair,
StarCraft
actually.
Ghost.
Get out of here, Bonnie Tyler. Leopard print sleeves. How does that even work? It's like you're wearing a shirt that has leopard print sleeves. Like, are you wearing a separate sleeve?
It could just be a leather vest.
Yeah, but does that mean she's wearing a yellow button-up shirt that independently has leopard print sleeves on it?
Actually, I think you're... Yeah, I think that is what it is. I don't know, I can't get a good look at the shoulders to tell.
It's a jacket?
So the jacket comes with the sleeves then.
I hope so. Pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be hot. Stala? Then I don't need a jacket. Oh, you like that video, Nick? It's an all-time classic.
I like Potion Vendor lately.
Oh, excuse me? You mean Potion Seller?
Potion Seller, sorry.
This guy's talking about Potion Vendor.
Nah, that's my fault. I really screwed this one up.
Potion Seller. I'm headed into battle. I need only your strongest potions. You can't handle my strongest potion. Okay, I don't have to do it, but you get the idea. Potion Vendor in 2016? LOL.
I thought we'd do ULU now.
ULU? In Quest
in
of Uluru?
2016.
I credit Austin for bringing Potion Seller to the NLSS. Because, like, I was on YouTube just hanging out, and then I saw that Potion Seller video. I was like, this has got, like, 1 million views. And unlike most of those videos where you click on them when they got 1 million views, it didn't have, like, 98% dislikes. So I watched it, and I was like, this Potion Seller video is pretty funny. I'm okay with it. But then Austin bringing it up is what has taken it to the next level.
I mean, without you guys, I don't think I'd pay attention to half these memes.
You didn't pay attention enough to even get its name right.
Yeah, exactly.
Potion Vendor.
It's not that far off.
It's completely different. It's like calling pen pineapple apple pen like apple pineapple apple pen. It's completely
Sure,
different.
what you're talking about there.
They're two different things. They're not the same thing. There's like a lot of people looking at their watch at the end of that game. Oh, it was Bonnie Tyler.
I kept, like, trying to seduce the target, and no matter what I did, it wouldn't do anything.
Did you try telling her? Wait, did you
No,
try
I
grab,
didn't.
did you grab her by the, you know?
No. From or whatever.
There's your mistake. out of her quotation mark whatever.
2016. If this NLSS had a title, it would be memes in 2016.
It would be Potion Vendor.
Potion Vendor. Why don't we title NLSSs? That would actually be fun.
Yeah, just like more work for me.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Gotta come up with a
accomplishes
theme.
nothing.
That would be easier to identify them later, perhaps.
Yeah, that's true. I do go back on a regular basis. And go, hey, what's up
Well,
with this?
Reddit often wants to find the origin of specific things.
Yo, that's their job, man.
Yeah,
That's not my job.
Closer you are to the target, the faster it goes. I was, like, intersecting the target most of the time. I don't know. Some of these prompts are still a little iffy for me. That's why I love books. I love microfilm. I know what to expect.
I don't like to do microfilm when Nick's on the case.
Yeah, because I know it inside and out. I know how to do it. I know how to spot it.
And then even when you nail the prompt perfectly, he's like, there you are, doing the microfilm.
There you are, doing the microfilm.
I have a book. I have a microfilm. Microfilm book. Nick, are you familiar with Pen, Pineapple, Apple Pen?
Nope.
What? You're like super not. You're the memeiest guy on this whole show, and you don't even know the memes.
I'm kind of a meme poser, honestly.
I would agree with that.
I like to amplify some of the memes you guys bring to the table.
With 100% certainty.
I think occasionally I'll grab one, but for the most part, I think it's like you and Austin. Well, Rob has like weird goat licks dog and stuff like that. He's into that stuff.
Oh
really
my
big.
God, it's
funny goat.
Look at this goat. He is so weird. What's the newest meme anyway?
Not sure actually. I think we're in sort of a gray area for memes.
Because we're living in a post-Harambe world now. I hope.
I mean, grab her by the pussy has been really trending lately, but for obvious reasons.
Yeah, but for it to be a true meme, we need Palmer Lucky's financial backing. And for something tells me that he's not really that happy with that one. So if we really want to get the fiscal engine behind it, of the meme machine, it needs to be more universal and apolitical. Unfortunately for everybody involved.
Oh, Ken Bone is the new meme, that's right.
Yeah, but like...
That's actually sort of apolitical too, oddly enough.
Yeah, because he's an undecided voter.
It's just a bit ironic, considering where we found out about him from.
We got a panel of 200 undecided voters.
What is it to be an undecided voter right now? I don't get it.
What more do you need to see from either side to be like, no, you know what? That's my girl, or that's my dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just waiting to see what they've got in store in November.
I had nothing. Nothing.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, November 28th, right? That's when we vote.
All right, we got one more in us here.
One more.
NL, I love Venu Malesh and listen, It's My Life Daily. How old am I?
17.
I was thinking like 21, maybe.
Do I know about Nut Shack meme? Yeah, they like replace all the words in a song with Nut Shack.
That's a
that's
meme?
what that is.
Nut
yeah,
Shack?
I guess. It's like a show or something, and they replace stuff.
Apparently Bionicles are new memes, which to me is like, I must be slightly too old for memes now. I'm probably like 2 years too old for memes.
Who's doing the Bionicle memes? Like 8-year-olds?
I don't know. Somebody's said, I mean, they might have been 8 when we were 14. That makes them adults now.
So is it adult Bionicles?
I'm just saying, like, you know how, like, when you go to college, you're like, hey, let's listen to some old music. And then you put on stuff that you listened to when you were in, like, 8th grade, even though that was only 4 years ago?
Like Lit.
Exactly. You'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe you put on the Pokemon soundtrack. That song is so old.
Blink 182.
It's
What's
like
my
that.
age again?
Like, memes, they, they mine nostalgia a little bit, but it's not like a nostalgia for the good old days. It's nostalgia for, like, that was 80% of my life ago, 2 years ago.
It's going to be very odd making memes when we have perspective. Like, I'm 70, and I've got a whole lifetime's worth of memes to draw from. Where do I go from there?
Bionicle is like a 2-day-old meme. It's Star Wars Battlefront now. What? I don't even understand what that means. What does that even mean?
What did Star Wars Battlefront do? It became less popular. Is that the meme?
Man, EA, like, for the most part, I don't like the circle jerks. That's like, DAE, EA, right? But they have a really good track record.
E-A-E-A-E-A.
They have a great track record in like the past 2 years of finally coming out with sequels to games that people have been asking for like 10 years and then making them so forgettable that nobody even remembers they came out this year.
Yeah.
Like, remember the new Mirror's Edge?
Nope. Wait, oh, that came out, right.
That came out this year.
No, I
10 years,
it.
people ask for a new Mirror's Edge. They came out with it, and they're like, well, we thought it was kind of like implicit that you would make it dope as well. But I guess that's our bad.
Well, they made it have, like, mandatory combat and unlockable skill progression, which for Mirror's Edge I don't feel like makes a lot of sense. But that's my opinion. Some people said it was kind of underrated. Not sure I necessarily agree, but...
Just shoot the book out of your hand. That's right, you can put that book back. When is Afterbirth Plus coming out? I don't know, probably like tomorrow. Confirmed.
Yeah, I thought they said it might be this year. I don't know.
Grand Magus, thank you as well. No, that's a gambit. That's not going to work for you, Queen Elizabeth. I hope people don't think that I just, like, look at digital butts for the entirety of every Spy Party round. It's just that it's a very relevant area when it comes to watching for ambassador bugging.
I nailed all of them. I just needed to freaking contact a double agent. You had your freaking laser on my head.
You weren't Queen Elizabeth, though. You were a different British septuagenarian. But for now, thanks for watching. We'll be back in 3 minutes to play some Worms, hopefully with other people around us.
Yeah, I think Rob will be there.
In 3 minutes. Thank you, Blackberry OP, for the subscription as well.
And a big thank you to Drunk on Cum for the subscription, as well as Death's Chemist and Mr. Colgate. And a $20 tip from Surreal Lemming. Says, Nick, where you when I was gluing? Now I colluded, the game got the whole finger moving, chicken horse. Thank you, Surreal Lemming. This is very generous. Let's get some donkeys in chat, please. Can I get the Sad Cat indie game name? I actually don't remember it, unfortunately. It was years ago when I saw it.
Hello!
Oh, hey, Rob. Look
Hello.
back through Game Jolt archives. You might be able to find it on that.
No.
No, you don't have to. I was just trying to help chat find the indie game about the master that dies of a drug overdose and then has to be a cat. Well, they realize they won't be able to live anymore soon.
You talking to me?
Lovely.
Oh, it's Rob. Hello.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
I've play Worms.
Fiending on Pokemon for the past, like, 5 hours.
How'd you get your card to work?
Driver
issue?
No, I needed to change the console type in the settings, strangely. I don't know, it worked.
Because it's 2DS, so, like, it didn't understand the output or something?
Yeah, so, like, when it started... So they give you, like, a sheet of paper. It's a Japanese company, right? So, like, they
Right.
don't speak English very well, and it's
Wow!
Well, it's the reality of it. They don't speak English very well. This company doesn't speak English very well.
Doesn't
How's
a lot
your
of Japan speak English?
Japanese, Rob?
It's pretty bad, but so I'm saying that this is leading into another point. So it's hard to get customer service with them.
Okay.
which is totally understandable.
I guess so.
Also,
Sure.
which worms are we playing? WMD.
WMD.
Yeah.
New
Yeah. Six.
worms.
But yeah, so it's hard to get customer service with them. So so yeah, they just give you this sheet of paper, and it has instructions on it, and you can do the instructions, but that's the best option you have. And anyway, there was one option at one point during the setup where it's like, are you using 2DS post 2014 or 2DS, 3DS, or 3DS XL pre 2014? And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. They didn't tell me this. So I selected the post 2014, thinking that was correct, and apparently it wasn't.
There's a
Wow, post 2014 in 2016. Lol.
Ulu.
Ooh.
Came into this world as a racist. Look into these eyes.
Cool.
Is it racist to say that people who don't speak English can't speak English very well?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello?
You know, when I was
hello.
I didn't think you were coming.
I'm gonna fight the Lich, and then I'm gonna get in.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Spoilers.
Also spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers, Jesus.
Sorry.
You guys ever take one of those like freshman year psychology classes that shows you the implicit biases test, where like
Yeah.
they give you like picture of like a white person and a black person, and then you're like, okay, if they're white, put them on the left. If they're black, put them on the right. And then they switch it up, and they're like, if the picture you see is something good, put it on the left as fast as you can, and if it's something bad, put it on the right as fast as you can. I took one of those quizzes like 2 nights ago. Turns out I fucking hate the elderly. I had no idea. I thought I was like a rational person who treats all people with respect, but it turns out that if you're over the age of 50, I think that you're a blight on society. So, you know,
Wow.
Everybody's got something to work on. I'm working on it myself. I only recently found out that I was ageist, but, you know, it's
Sound like a big piece of shit,
to
apparently.
thine own self be true.
Phase 1's dead. Spoilers.
Mm.
You guys are lucky. There's actually 2 really fast dungeon runs. Usually it takes like 15 minutes longer.
Yeah, no kidding. I lived that life for about, 3 months.
Hey, man, new
the
update's
demon head?
coming out.
What is coming up?
Gunman's real dope, but there got to be a point where I was like, every run I'm on the chests, or what do they call it in that game? Bullet hell.
That's
I'm
a
on,
chest.
I'm on bullet hell with no ammo, and we're 80 minutes into the run.
Hey, man,
You're
you're just using your ammo.
I mean, I guess so. Like by using ammo in a gun that I picked up that looked cool. My bad.
You guys
My
should just
bad.
play Pokemon instead of
I
Enter
do
the
play
Gungeon.
Pokemon.
Yeah, but
Rob.
instead of.
I can play both.
Nick,
We
can
don't
you
have
take
one or
us
the other.
off the Orient, please? Like after all the things that we've talked about.
Wow. It just
just
randomly
don't-
showed up. I didn't do it.
Hey, at
What
least
have
I
you been
didn't-
talking about?
At least I didn't draw Indian with a dot on.
Yeah,
her head.
actually, I was very surprised. Michael L. Fox drew a caricature and then put a dot in the center of his forehead.
That was probably more racist than Rob's Cade drawing, to be honest.
I think
That's
so.
definitely
Rob's
I mean,
cave drawing.
especially since that was an accident.
Yeah, Rob has like some defense. Cave drawing.
That was entirely on purpose.
Which
what he
is
did.
that you draw every person's eyes like that. Hey,
Well,
go look at
yes.
the picture of Gunman, and then compare it to the picture of Kate.
Yeah, I do that. Do.
But
Yeah.
like, I'm not letting you get off that easy.
And nor will chat.
Make sure you
Correct.
change your team,
Fair.
Rob.
All right, he's
I gotta
dead.
change
I'm
my
on the way,
team.
boys.
All
Well,
right,
unless
all
you
right,
want to
all
play
right.
as the Teamsters. I didn't know if you made a team.
Should I
Look, it's not
play as the
racist
Teamsters?
to guess what a racist drawing is.
That's pretty racist.
So one of my friends is he's a white
Racist?
guy. I don't want to brag, but I have friends of all, races. So I have a white friend. It's no big deal. We hang out. And he recently got married, and I believe that his wife, their family is Sikh.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Apparently, a Sikh wedding is like the wildest, coolest carnival of all time.
Really?
Like it's like 4 hours long, and you may or may not hold the sword during part of it.
Oh, that's
But there's
awesome.
definitely a part where the bride's mom has baked like candies basically, and feeds them to you during the ceremony. Like not at the reception, at the ceremony when you're like, you know, on the stage. The mom just comes up and like feeds you gulab jamun and stuff like that.
Does she hold your sword
great.
afterward?
I don't know if that's okay.
After the sword bit, I was really thinking you were gonna say like, you know, feeds them the entrails of their enemies.
No, that's racist.
How is that racist? That's just
Are you calling them savages?
Oh my god, these people.
It really makes like
What people, Rob? What
Yeah,
people?
Rob, what people?
it really makes Christian weddings look like super boring. You're like, oh, okay, go up and, you know, repeat after me, and now you're legally bound in a contract of marriage.
They are
like at a
pretty
Jewish
boring.
wedding, you like step on a glass and break it, and then they hold you up over their heads. So you're sitting on a chair, and they like throw it. That's fucking dope. And then,
It's
you know,
the Nagila and everybody has a freaking party. It's pretty cool.
the mother of the bride at a Sikh wedding like feeds you sweet Indian donuts and stuff, and then at a Christian wedding, you're like, you know, can't wait till this is over so I can, you know,
Well,
drink 6 glasses of wine.
Everyone goes in with the expectation to get fucking drunk, and that's kind of the epitome of the party.
You know, this is a long shot.
Epitome of the party. Hi, Fox.
Fox is here?
Fox says, tell Ryan I'll mess him up.
Oh, okay.
Have a Madrinas, the new Jewish wedding song.
Ava Madrinas.
That's
So this is the long
fantastic.
shot. But have you guys ever had?
I drink it every day.
Have you guys ever had Guyanese roti?
Just shut up.
It's so good. It's the best.
Did you just make
You
a
ever
sentence
had
like Cobalt did yesterday?
Omelette meat from
That's a real. Now that's racist. Guyana is a country.
Yo, are we talking about regular Guyanese roti or French Guyanese roti?
Well, I mean, it's kind of French Guyana and Guyana, same country. I don't think they're separate countries.
Princess Guyana?
Wow, that's racist.
Apparently we
Yeah,
should
she's
be in
dead.
Senegal during Tabaski. That's the good shit there.
Yeah, he's right. We should be in Senegal during Tabaski.
What?
I'm Indian, but not Sikh. The nephews of the bride traditionally block the ceremony during it and then take it for ransom. I got a few $100 from my aunt this way. That's like
What?
the coolest shit of all time.
That's awesome.
Is that actually true?
Like at some point they just hold the rest of the ceremony ransom. That's so sweet.
I'm all right. Am I the only one here who's gonna say that is the chat troll? Right? Like, there's no way that's actually true.
I don't know, dude.
I
'cause
want it to be true,
The
though.
way my friend described the wedding to me, he was like, we went to like wedding practice, and it's actually like the way that like the Super Bowl halftime show happens, where you're like, there's no way they're gonna do that next, and then they do.
How about that shot though?
That was a great shot.
That was
actually.
really good.
That was very
beautiful.
impressive.
Yes, the groom has his shoes taken, and he has to bargain them back for cash.
What?
That's even more absurd.
This is like going to an escape room that like also enters you into a legal contract for the rest of your life.
That sounds awesome.
God, I'd hate to be like the Indian guy getting married who got really into like Jordans or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeezys.
Yeah.
That's why you wear sandals to your wedding.
You bring some disposable things you don't want anymore.
Oh well.
People are saying like it's also tradition in Russia and Romania to kidnap the bride and hold her for ransom.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, like in like an affable way, though.
I would hope so. Yeah. Like not,
Yeah.
Just bring a white van and some AKs and.
Okay, now that's
No.
It allows the man to show his prowess in business and bartering. That's the D from the dentist system. Demonstrate value.
Fire in the hole.
Oh!
You still
I
got
just
it.
wanted to get into the safety of that little notch there. It's good.
I don't think there's a lot of safety in that little notch anymore.
I can confirm the wife kidnapping. Dude, we're so boring.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone put on your restrictive fresh pressed clothing. It's a special day today. Meanwhile, in other countries, they're feeding each other donuts and faking kidnappings.
Holding each other's swords out in the open.
I thought my parents' wedding was like exciting. They had like a live band and like had a party? Nah, man. Should have.
Well, I mean, I feel like the
All right.
party is
I gotta read the sentence.
included.
If you go to Senegal during Tabaski, you'll see goats getting slaughtered on the street. Go to Portugal in Porto during São João. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that properly. And have sardines, throw up in hot air balloons, and hit people with squeaky hammers.
All right.
Is this like excerpts from Anthony Bourdain's diary?
Well, isn't it on like the island of Orkney or something? Like one of those islands off of Scotland where they make lead molten and then throw it at each other or something like that.
No,
yeah,
that kills
lead?
people.
No. I mean, I think they wear like protective gear, but they like do something with molten lead. I think they throw it against the wall or something, and the sparks go
Just
everywhere.
the
That
running of
sounds
the
a little
bulls
bit
is pretty
safer.
fucking dangerous, too. There's the one where they shoot fireworks at each other, too.
Yeah. There's also the one oh maybe I'm getting that one. Maybe I think that one might be in Scandinavia, and the one in Scotland is like where they roll down this really long hill and people get killed.
Yeah,
like
I've
every
heard
year.
of that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that one's great.
Yeah.
I
Why
didn't
did they
realize
do
that little
that?
plant that was there.
You watch them start running. Have you seen the video of them running down the hill?
Yeah.
It's like 99% of them start running and instantly start rolling. Like they're done. You have the one guy who's like a professional who just like
He
slides down
practices.
really well, and the
He
rest
sleeps
are just
and breathes
tumbling.
this shit.
Yeah.
You guys know there's this island off the coast of Cuba, and to celebrate special events there, they like strap you to a table upside down and put a towel over your mouth and nose, and then slowly pour a pitcher of water onto it
Yeah.
until.
Oh yeah. The famous customs of the Guantanamese.
This French Guantanamo.
Did you know that the U.S. pays Cuba rent for Guantanamo, and it's like $1,300?
$1,300?
Yeah,
That's so
pretty
cheap.
hilarious.
it's pretty cheap.
For a prison?
Yeah, it's so cheap that there's like a video of like Castro. He just like pulls out a stack of checks out of like a drawer and be like, "Yeah, these are from America. We don't really cash them."
It's not worth going to the bank.
Maya is in chat and says, we do not do lead throwing in Scandinavia during weddings. Put Rob in his unknowing ass place.
I don't know where they do the lead throwing. It's somewhere. It might be. I thought it was like on Orkney. I'm gonna look this up.
Wait. Okay, so people are saying Austin's wrong. It's not 1,300. It's 4,000, but it's 4,000 a year, which is even less than $1,300 a month.
Yeah, it is.
It's like $350 a month.
That's funny. You tried to make your point and actually made his point better.
That's crazy.
Annual ceremony. It's somewhere. It's in like
Castro makes a
Iceland
show
or
out of
something?
tearing them up sometimes.
What is that?
I don't know. You
It's
should
a
open it.
present. I think it goes off another turn.
Isaac Baby has new weapons available.
Supplies are here.
That's less than my car payments.
That's less than my car payment.
I think it's probably less than if you own like a new car. It's less than your car payments, I assume.
Can I like talk to Cuba and like see if I can bid on Guantanamo?
Like
if
rent it out for
Yeah.
the next special event or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, the U.S. government's only gonna be paying $1,400. I'll give you $2,000.
They should just have PAX at Guantanamo Bay.
You blew him into the gift.
That's my intention.
That's pretty rude.
That's
oh,
so
the
smart.
double gift
Combo
glow.
plays.
He's got
It just
dominated.
depends what turn it goes off. Oh,
Happy birthday.
Oh, it was $1,300 a year.
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck you, chat.
so those are the same.
Everyone's like, $1,300 is less than 4,000. Yo, when you say my rent is blank, at least in North America, it's assumed that it's implicitly a monthly cost.
Yes.
Nobody here talks about their rent on like an annual basis. If you do, you'd say my rent is blank per year, and we'd be like, why are you talking about your annual rent
Yeah.
like some kind of
Like
fucking
a-
nerd?
Both
Now I have to
discount
do
or something?
math and divide
Yeah.
it by 12 to understand it.
Math is fun.
I
That
hate
is $108 per month. Yeah, that's
Thanks.
real cheap.
That's pretty cheap. You think they'd negotiate for that?
Happy birthday.
Oh.
Hey, it worked. Then
Yeah.
my guy said, hello, PewDiePie.
Hey, how's it going? Somebody's got to know where the molten lead thing is from.
I think you might.
Rob,
have
it just sounds like a
I think
fever.
it was
dream,
from
I think.
Game of Thrones.
No. I've seen videos of it. I've seen multiple videos of it actually.
Were they called Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 3?
This is
something
like
that?
it's the lamest thing to be irked by. You keep talking about this molten lead as if it's a Game of Thrones thing when it actually has a precedent in history, and Game of Thrones was inspired by the events of actual ancient history.
Yeah,
With the
next,
whole
what are you going
molten
to tell
lead.
me, that the freaking TV show is inspired by a book? Get real.
No, I'm just saying, like, oh, they go pour, molten gold down your throat like it's, Varys Targaryen or something like that. No, son, that was a Mongol thing.
What?
It's like the Khwarezmian Shah sent an envoy to Genghis Khan, and he's like, check it out, we got all this fucking gold. And Genghis Khan was like, sick, that's awesome, gold's sweet. And then he just poured it down the dude's throat.
Oh, somebody in chat said it's from Germany. It's in Germany.
It's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, it's intense. I think people get burned up every year.
Was the molten lead turned into bullets by chance? Because that's just firing guns.
I'm not sure. It could be.
Is that the sniper or the laser? It's the sniper, right?
By the way, I don't know anything. Yeah, it's a sniper. I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. Apparently, Varys Targaryen might be a sentence that makes no sense.
Oh yeah, no, it's Varys.
Yeah, that's
the spider.
Yeah,
Varys
Viserys.
the spider?
Is who you're thinking of. Yeah,
Oh,
Varys the spider.
Viserys.
Yeah, you're thinking of
If I
Viserys.
can shoot, I can use it.
That's the heiress that
Viserys.
had a vasectomy.
Yeah,
Game
yeah.
of Thrones has a spider in it?
Yeah, he's
huge
a
one.
giant spider. Yeah,
No
Yeah.
nuts.
he's that's actually the crossover. He's Shelob's daughter from Lord of the Rings.
You know what show doesn't have a spider?
What's that?
The Good Wife.
I'm sure there's a spider.
You say that like it's a good thing
Spider.
to not
Spiders
have a
have-
spider.
Spiders have no place in the court system.
Spiders have no balls either.
Yeah.
There's gotta be an episode where someone's hanging out and like, oh, it's just a spider, and they like smash it. I
No,
guarantee
but
you.
there are several snakes. In particular, Michael J. Fox plays a little snaky lawyer.
Did they have a pit to hiss in?
Yeah, that's a
he
good question.
had several pits to hiss in. He started his own practice because he was making so much money. You know, it takes a lot for me to hate a fellow Canadian, but Michael J. Fox, I guess it's a testament to his acting that he was able to do it. So, congratulations.
Grab it!
Takes a lot to make a stew.
That's true.
It wasn't dropping frames. The game just got really laggy in the helicopter for some reason.
I get used to this A button not being fire. shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like confusing me.
Chow down!
That didn't work.
Oh my god.
That's fine. Yeah, that's some violence right there.
He's Shelob's daughter.
Yeah.
He's Matlab's daughter.
Shelob's the name of the spider, right?
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
the better spider, Shelob or the spider from Harry Potter?
I actually vote for the spider from Charlotte's Web. So.
Oh yeah, Wilbur.
Yeah. that's the one. No, I think it's named Babe.
Please
blue
tell
ox?
Rob that he is a freak with this molten lead thing.
Grenade!
All right.
Freaky deaky.
Yeah, I'm a
That's
pretty
all
big
my
Dutchman.
fireworks. I keep reading the grenades only last like a couple seconds.
I don't know what that means. I'm a freak.
You're a freak, cause I'm better than you. That's not the right lyric.
Oh, Jim Cramer style, Mad Money. Oh my god.
What are you
All right.
doing?
I picked up all the crates, man.
Joyriding around. The animation reminds me of Scribble Knots, the way it kind of floats over everything.
You aren't gonna hit this. Fuck.
Stop! Stop! Turn off the gun.
Weird Austrian New Year's tradition?
Rob, no one throws molten lead at each other.
I don't even know how would you eat
They
it?
100% do. Like, I've seen multiple videos of it.
So their
just don't know
aim
where
is
it
to
is.
maim each other.
No, they don't. I don't think they throw it. They like throw it up in the air and at the wall and shit and some other crazy stuff. Oh,
But it's
okay.
not at each other.
I really like those celebrations where, like, every year, like, 40 people die in them, but you're like, you know what? Small price to pay.
Dead or alive,
Yeah.
coming with me.
Like the running of the bulls. It's like every year, like this viral footage of like some guy getting a horn through his abdomen, and then, you know, it's like a college kid from Wisconsin or something like that, and everyone goes,
Bleeds.
well, he knew the risks. I mean, I guess it's true, but
It is. I mean,
or like, you know, someone blows their face off with fireworks on the 4th of July.
You celebrate New Year's by firing guns into the air, and the bullets eventually fall back down.
Or you celebrate a wedding by throwing molten lead on each other.
Yeah, on each other, burning all your skin off.
dude, last time we had fireworks for New Year's, like we had like a couple of mortars.
Yeah.
And we like to do the thing where you set up 2 different mortars and fire them both off at the same time, so it's kind of like a bigger firework.
Yeah.
And one of the mortars actually went off early and knocked the other mortar over.
Oh, God.
And we're really lucky that the mortar had like a square base, so it went in one direction. If it would have went towards us, it would have fired right into our house. But actually, instead it fired right into like a bush. Like a big like tree bush.
Are you kidding me?
A George Bush?
Rob.
You are.
It was a homing missile. It just went back to me instead.
You preserve the bride in molten lead to allow her to remember this beautiful day.
Okay, this is it. Yeah, it's called the Up Heli on St. Ninian's Isle, Scotland.
All right, and tell me more.
I'm gonna look it up now.
Black Rose Gunner said, "Are you talking about molybdemacy? That's not
No.
throwing lead at people."
The festival includes a procession of up to 1,000 Weezers in lyric, and
They say up to 1,000 Weezers, so it could just be Weezer, like one Weezer. It doesn't have to be 1,000.
it's actually a Gweezer. It's with a G. Oh, maybe it's this one. Maybe it's
What do
not.
you? So you like show up and you're like, sorry, mate, we already have 100 Gweezers.
No, I think this is the one where they just set fire to a boat.
They set fire to the rain.
What are you talking about?
This is a ceremony where they set fire to a boat. They just set a boat on
That's
fire.
a Viking
It's a
funeral.
Viking thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
Funeral.
Yeah, well, yeah, they all dress up in like horn helmets and stuff and set fire to boats.
Fire
I don't
to
know.
the boat. Watched it burn.
What
I'll
was
find it one of
that
these days.
turn?
What's your problem? I did like 92 damage, man.
I just didn't know where it came from. There's just all of a sudden a grenade going off. I don't think I could see inside the pyramid. That's why I was confused.
That makes sense.
Oh. I don't want to be in this anymore. How do I stop?
All right, I think
Got
that's
it.
pretty wild. Like,
Watch it.
Yes, Spike. Well, don't blame me for them wearing horns on their helmets, chat. Like, I'm not the one that fucking put the horns on their helmets in the
I
ceremony.
hate when people describe that Game of Thrones invented Vikings putting horns on their helmets. Actually,
Careful now. Watch it.
Honestly, I blame the good wife.
That was the...
no, that's just ridiculous.
What was that? The Rat Squad or something?
Yeah,
What
the
are
Rat
we
Squad.
even talking about? Even
You know the group that captured Tyrion at the end of the first
Oh
season?
my
What were they
God,
called?
Just. You remember the time
those
Diane
were the
Lockhart
Hill
got in?
clans, yeah.
Yeah, but they had some kind of horns on their helmets.
They all had different.
Times.
They were separate clans. They
And
had
the one
different
guy
names.
really liked having 2 axes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that worked
Oh,
out.
those
God damn it.
Rothgar or something.
Go away.
Chat's mad at me of the Up Heli ceremony. I didn't invent it. I didn't make
Why are
them
we-
wear the horn helmets.
Why are we blowing up Chichen
know.
Itza?
I've been to Chichen Itza actually.
Yeah,
You've been to Chichen
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome.
Mexico.
Many years ago. Maybe 10 years ago. But it's but
many
it's-
years ago.
I remember back then.
I mean, it's really awesome. I mean, the Mayans did some really interesting stuff with acoustics. That didn't work. All right. whatever.
Rob, what is
Went
this?
to-
I'm mostly looking up this fucking lead ceremony. I'm gonna find it, and chat's gonna eat their words.
Fireworks are so weird to me. Like, even as a kid, keep in mind, I'm the same kid who was like, I don't really understand Halloween. You know, why am I going around people's house and give me candy? It doesn't make any sense. Just go to the store.
Watch
But like, that gives you context for what I'm about to say. My friend lived in the country, and like every year they would do like a fireworks thing on Canada Day. And it went like one year, and it was pretty sweet. And then I went the next year, and like a firework landed in a piece of brush and started a tiny fire, and everyone was like, "We got to get this shit sorted out ASAP." And I was like, why do you do that? Get the 40, 50 years old. The first time it started a fire, I'd be like, let's never do that shit ever again. We're gonna burn down the whole forest.
That reminds me of the other year where someone actually threw a mortar into the fire pit that we had. Yeah, he wasn't allowed back the next
You guys
time.
have a lot of mortars in Texas.
Yeah, what's up with this mortar? That's like
The
a
mortars
thing.
are the best fireworks, dude. Black Mamba, man. Everyone
Man, I
had
like
them.
that big, thick snake.
I do not play with fireworks.
Me either.
There's no need, man.
They're not as fun anymore though, because like when you hit a certain age and you're like with the group, with the family, with fireworks, you gotta like supervise the kids because the adults don't want to do it, and you're like the youngest adult. This is rude.
fatality.
Joe Walsh!
I've just heard too many stories of people like blowing off their hands and shit, and it's like, why? I'm just gonna let
Well, yeah,
somebody
you're a
else
Giants
do it.
fan. You're used to that by now.
Like, for the most
Is that
part,
like a Plaxico Burress joke.
No, the Giants player who blew his hand off actually.
Did he really? Do
Yeah.
fireworks? Yeah.
It's the D lineman. Who was it?
Michael Strahan.
No.
Oh!
Yeah, he's got a stray hand now.
No,
It's the guy-
I'm talking about.
But I
The guy
got
with
that
the
joke
grill
already.
on his face mask.
Um,
You a Giants fan? How do you not know
Jason
Giants
Pierre-Paul?
players?
Correct that.
Yeah, Jason Pierre-Paul. He blew off his hand.
he lost a hand?
He lost his hand, dude.
Holy
Well, there
shit!
was-
I mean, he lost like 3 fingers and a thumb, but
Oh, okay.
Well, I'd say that's a whole hand at that point.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
You
yeah.
can think of it two ways. You either lost a hand or gained a finger. But I feel like there's also that story last year, like, or 2 4th of Julys ago, where like that dude who worked at Disney as like a Gaston in costume man, like lit a firework on his head, and then when it went off, it just killed him. And I'm kind of like,
Supplies.
I'm not saying he deserved to die, but that one I don't hold against fireworks. But when people are like, yeah, like 2 mortars went off, one went off too early, knocked the other one off, and then it shot a fucking artillery shell into my house, then I'm like, maybe fireworks are dangerous.
Watch it.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just let somebody else do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's so many, like, run fireworks displays that you don't have to do. You can just go watch.
Yeah,
Let's go watch them.
I don't know what you're doing in this car, but it's pretty dope.
Real
Don't know what I'm doing
pyrotechnicians. By the way, I found the molten lead ceremony. It's in what is it? Nuan Quan, China. They hurl molten iron at a wall and each other.
all right.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, you got
Suck
us.
on that.
You got us, man. You got us.
Thank you, Slater Zolo, for the $5 tip. Asks, please explain worms to me. I don't understand the rules, objectives, or how you jokers keep getting reinforcements. I love you all, even Rob's weird ass.
You got a weird ace.
He's got a weird ass.
The objective is to just kill the other teams, and the reinforcements just happen. Like, we're not doing, they just drop occasionally. It's random.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty much it. Like, game's very simple, actually. Just shooting at each other.
Oh,
We do
it's
get
molten
weapons that unlock
iron.
per turn.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's molten iron.
It's not molten lead. It's molten iron.
Oh,
Oh, that changes everything.
Yeah, that makes it a lot different. Molten iron is way safer, right?
Hi, soldier.
Chat, like, you can't win with them, man. It's like, well, that's not Norway. It's like, oh, it's iron, not lead. It's like, yeah, you guys are whatever. Bad.
It's $1,300
You had-
a month, not $4,000
Yeah.
a year.
Let's acknowledge the part of the story that you got right.
Yeah.
There
throwing
is
molten
indeed
metal.
a city in the world where
Yes.
people throw molten metal at each other.
Yes. Yes, I did.
It was not the same country or the same metal.
I said, isn't there? I started the sentence with, isn't there a
Oh, no.
place where they throw molten lead at each other? I asked the question.
I think you said it was in Scotland though. This
Tell me what you think about this.
Yeah, I thought it was in Orkney, but that's the one where they shoot it at a boat.
Have you looked up malignancy yet?
Bolegda?
Bolegda.
Malignancy.
Did you guys know there's
All right,
a part
I'll do
of
it then.
Canada? It's Newfoundland. I'll just say it. There's a part in Canada where they have an event called the Mummers. Once a year, everybody dresses as the opposite gender, and then they just go around to their neighbors' houses where the doors are all unlocked, and then it's like trick-or-treating for adults, but you just get shithouse drunk.
Wait, so the doors really are unlocked in Canada?
In Newfoundland during the Mummers, yes.
But they also kiss a cod.
Yeah, but that's just an
Wait.
everyday thing.
Why do you kiss a cod? What's
It's
that
to
about?
reinforce your love of
It's a Newfoundlandian
That.
tradition.
molybdency. There it is. Is a technique of divination using molten metal. Typically, molten lead or tin is dropped into water.
Mm-hmm.
The method originates in ancient Greece and became a common New Year tradition in the Nordic countries and Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, known as Silvester. Classically, tin is melted on a stove and poured into a bucket of cold water.
Somebody
Come on, then.
mentioned my name?
The resulting shape is either directly interpreted as an omen for the future or is rotated in a candlelight to create shadows, whose shapes are then interpreted.
I'll get you back.
Molten lead is also poured into water in a ritual in Turkey used when people have been affected by the, quote, evil eye, and a similar traditional practice is used in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Yeah, see, there's lots
Interesting.
of molten metal
Why are
ceremonies.
people doing all this shit with molten metal? It's dangerous.
Yeah,
You
probably.
get mad at me for fireworks. These guys are.
All right, well that was interesting to learn. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
What do you think it was like? You know, in like ancient Rome or ancient Greece,
Yeah, I
they
know
had,
that.
they had oracles, which were like, you know, ladies hanging out in the temple, and then, you know, Julius Caesar, aka,
Get ready for the
you
big
know,
surprise.
Heracles, would go up there and be like, "Hey, we're gonna go to war. Should we do it?" And like,
Wait,
I
I
feel
saw
like
300. I know all this.
I feel like if they were being honest, the ladies would just be like, "I don't fucking know. Like, what do your advisors say?" But instead, they go, "Oh, you know, Athena's very angry with you." Like, was that? Did they actually believe the oracles themselves? Did they believe that they were being spoken to by gods, or were they just like, you know, you get a new oracle, and on the first day, the senior oracle's like, "Just don't fuck this up for us. Just tell them, make something up off the top of your head." And then we get to keep living in this dope-ass temple and getting high on psychedelics all the time. And then whenever, like, a serious-looking man in a toga comes to talk to you, just give him some, like, foreboding news.
Pretty sure there's a little bit of A, a little bit of B in that case.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm
there are
pretty
some
sure it's a
people-
lot of B and not any A.
Yeah, I mean, more than likely, yeah.
Fire!
I mean, you know, this
good
this
shot.
leads into a whole other philosophical debate about the nature of religion and faith, really.
All right, well, like, we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Which is why I said that as a preemptive, like, maybe we shouldn't continue on that.
Yeah,
road.
but, like, even though it's a double standard, I think you can sort of call attention to the absurd.
Whoa!
What? You can do that? That was beautiful.
You badass!
That's pretty cool.
You can sort of, like, call attention to the absurdity of oracles in ancient Rome because it was, like, 2,000 years ago. It's not, you know, it's not a fresh wound for anybody.
Yeah, that's probably true. Well, I mean,
But it
there's
Directly
probably some
maps to
people.
doomsday cults that exist right now.
Yeah,
that's
but
probably
I
true.
mean, those are fresh. I'm just saying, like, you can make. It's like you can't make fun of like a murder that happened yesterday. But if you know, we openly talked about that dude getting molten lead poured down his throat, and we're all like, ah ha ha ha. You know, it's not fresh.
Oh, ha ha ha! Molten lead down the throat.
It's actually molten gold as well. I don't want to make the same mistake that Rob made.
Yeah,
You gotta know your history, you'll be doomed to repeat it, right?
yeah. You don't want to accidentally say like, "Oh, isn't there this thing somewhere?" and then Chad'll split your ass apart on it.
What?
They will
Yeah,
split
it's
your ass
terrifying.
open,
Oh,
yeah.
Like in
Absolutely.
Bone Tomahawk.
Holy fuck! I hope you don't drop that car on my head. Oh!
Wow!
It's a shield.
Incoming.
And now you made fun of Cairo Sagero. I mean, we did, but then I felt bad and we walked it back a little bit.
We did.
I still sort of feel bad about
And
it.
then we went right back on it again.
We still don't know if he's actually dead, though.
I choose to Occam's razor it and believe that he is probably deceased.
You're
Yeah,
probably
I also
right,
feel
yeah.
the same way.
For the sake of things,
Time's
it's
up.
probably best not to make Cairo Sagero jokes.
Like, out of respect, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably wasn't the right thing to like make fun of him while he was alive. But you're
You
like,
had, like a respect of it. Like he was gonna gape anybody. Oh, here we go. I'm doing it already.
no,
I can't.
too soon. Too soon.
There's like a reflex that happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a meme flex.
if we like in 11 months, we can go back to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, thanks Morag for the host.
Hey, Spanks Morag for the toast.
Hey,
Got him.
You want me to tell Morag you want to
You're a big
spank him?
man now.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he's gonna give me some toast for it, then yeah.
TIL.
Absolutely.
Michael Caine started acting because the drama classes were full of pretty girls and he wanted to get laid. Front page of Reddit.
You could say that about like half the actors in Hollywood.
Ooh, Freddie!
What a shot!
Good
That
job.
was amazing.
Oh, I'm out. That's it for me.
Oh, shit.
Also, really long
Correct.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the WMD games tend to be very long.
Well, why are we starting at 200 HP?
In the prior games, 200 made it pretty balanced. Otherwise, you'd kill everybody in one hit.
Let's do 100 HP.
Yeah,
for the
it
next
might be
one.
wrong for this game now.
Yeah. Didn't we do a 100 HP one time and then it was like we all died immediately?
Most things kill you in like 1 or 2 hits, yeah.
Oh, I shot myself.
Yeah.
That weapon is so cool, though.
It is really
Oh my
awesome.
god!
Look how cool that is!
I love how it disintegrates and leaves the couple little notches left.
Yeah. Oh, that's badass.
Putting out with a bang.
So badass.
I'm on it.
Perfect slope.
I've not used it. I want to use it.
Ooh, unlimited JPs?
I'm out of here.
Do you have unlimited JPs?
Or they recently added more.
Watch
I
it.
think you're right. What are you gonna do to me over here, huh?
First off. You take out the jetpack. And then you take out the
jetpack.
dynamite. Oh wait, first you take out the jetpack and you use it to hover. And then you get the dynamite.
You hearing this music? It's like really good.
Go like this, you go like this, you go like this. Ah!
What are you doing?
You gotta drop the
13
dynamite.
seconds. Why don't you just drop the dynamite and then jump off?
Ah!
You gotta go, Ryan. Where did you go?
The way he took off! That was a good moment.
All right.
Well, you didn't take the full brunt of it. You stopped a little of the damage.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's fucking jetpacked right into like a
don't know why I just picked up my controller like I'm gonna play.
Side here, so
You take out the dynamite and then you drop it and then you hug.
Symbolis, thank you for the subscription as well, Rob. I have one worm left, buddy.
Do you?
Yeah, son.
I didn't even know you had that worm left. Well, good luck getting for mine. Getting to mine.
We have unlimited JPs. Have you not been following the discourse?
I mean, you probably just
Not
have
at
like
all.
a satellite, so you could just.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I've never used satellite.
Do it, dude. Kill my worm
You
with
could
a
use
satellite.
Armageddon. We haven't. I don't know if we've seen Armageddon.
Oh, you know what? We do have concrete donkos.
Donkos? Is that like a cereal?
I don't find that funny, personally.
This.
Oh, welcome to die.
Goodbye. Leggy
So
blood.
No,
you're
The
very
hit might have killed him anyway.
He got 266 damage.
They do like 150 per hit. It's crazy high.
Oh, jeez. That'd have been great, though.
Rock donkey.
100,
Knockerzy.
100 HP, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, let's rock the
Oh,
100
dude,
HP.
look at my damage though.
I already left.
He got 420.
420 damage. Nice.
Well
Yo,
played.
what if one of the candidates gets 420 electoral votes?
Then they win, right?
Can someone ask Nate
I think they would
Silver
just win.
if that's possible? Well, you definitely win. That's like nearly a clean sweep. Majestic Manatee, thank you as well for those.
Yeah, how many are there? There's like 600 or something?
It's 538.
538, yeah. Oh, right, yeah, because that's the website.
Jay Uridian, thank you as well.
Can't believe we're like 3 weeks away from the election, actually.
Oh my god, is it 3
Don't,
weeks?
like
don't,
3 weeks.
Oh, kill me.
Yeah.
don't.
Jesus.
Ready up.
It's not even 3 weeks. It's less than that, I think.
November 28th. Mark your calendar.
Yeah, November 28th.
Whoa!
You saw that video then.
We're too close together. Wait, this is a loading screen. Disregard. I feel like Dango.
I feel like Dango. Nick, did you get to see that video?
The one where he
he's like-
says the wrong date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is funny. It's like so simple in comparison to everything else that it
That's how I felt about that aviation video from last night too. I'm like, with all the like crazy stuff happening in this election, watching this lady on CNN try to debunk somebody's claim by going through a history of early 1980s aviation, whether or not like first class had fixed armrests. I was like, come on, there's some people of all stars and stripes can laugh at that one.
Wait, which one are the stars? Which one are the stripes?
The Bud Star.
Well, we'd all be wearing stripes if you had your way, Rob.
I don't even know
He's
that.
trying to rent out
that mean?
Guantanamo.
But because if I want to buy Guantanamo, I think you'd put all the jaywalkers in prison, really.
No, he wouldn't. He'd kill them all outright.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
Like God sort them out.
Like dogs.
put them in the safe zones.
Excuse me.
That's what he kills dogs, is the thing.
Yeah, he's a big dog killer.
Thanks, Alaskan Savage, for the host.
Where are you going?
Yeah, go to the mine.
Should draw a penis. I mean, that kind of looks like a really weird,
Really
wimpy
bent
penis.
dick.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's your
guys
penis,
should
you
see
should
a
go to
doctor.
the doctor.
Or like a...
It's like, let's be honest here.
kind of looks like a vulture head.
If
So
they
like someone
wanted
to
took
see
two
that.
two hands and like put one on top of each other and just like chopped sideways in between.
Or like an
If you
animal
won
dick with a
every
knot or
state-
something.
except Hawaii, Delaware, Washington, California, and D.C., you could get 420 electoral votes exactly.
That's
So if
impossible.
we want the meme to come to life, all we need to hope for is a Republican landslide. And then the Democrats can pretty easily get those other like 6 states, and there you go.
Right, yeah.
Hey, thanks, Retro Gaijin, for the host as well.
Oh, we're talking about the early 80s. What kind of airplanes even existed back then?
Lots of airplanes.
MD-80s, Boeing 707s, maybe an L-1011, but she specifically said this was a flight to New York, so that rules out the DC-10 and the L-1011s.
Obviously.
And then a Boeing 707 in first class had fixed armrests. And then interrupted by
the guy
dude
laughing his ass
openly
off.
laughing next to her. Oh, man.
Well, they were all... Even she smirked a little halfway through it, so I think she was aware that it was coming across really silly.
Wow!
Oh, that's not good. This is an unfortunate circumstance.
And someone in chat said, I just watched the Possessed Skeleton video, and that was a fun time. I agree,
What
this is
that
from a
was.
simpler era.
Dude, I'm all
About
about
the-
potion seller, dude. That's the
Or as Nick would say, potion,
Potion
vendor.
vendor.
Yeah.
potion vendor.
I know.
Sometimes
I'm
he
very
vends
naive
potions.
sometimes, I know.
Stop it.
We cycle the meme like the meme like we're going for the old memes again now. Like it's my
Vintage.
life is what 2009 or 2010.
Yeah, that was on like E-Bomb's World actually.
Yeah, that's old.
Video.
Potion
real
sellers
old one.
from like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but it was also like on the front page of Reddit like a month ago or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why did it come back around?
I don't know. I mean, Dat Boy, like the actual image of the frog on the unicycle, that's from like
This
2005 or something. That's like just like a stock 3D image on some website.
never can shoot.
Still love that boy.
Nobody
just
knows the
saw-
memes.
Potion seller, that isn't even funny. Wait until you see it repeated like 100 times, and then you'll be like, I recognize that pattern. Ergo, comedy.
It's
That's
like a
the deal,
12-minute video.
It's like 3 minutes long.
3 minutes long, dude.
That's 12 minutes of my life that I want back.
That kind of is in internet time. 3 minutes is
Don't
like
start
too long.
it.
for
Did you
a
just
viral.
watch
That's
it
like
4
5
times in a
hours.
row, though, Rob?
Yes, I did. I put it
Real
on.
talk, if someone links me to a video that's over 90 seconds long and they didn't link it with a timestamp, it's not getting viewed.
Yeah.
If someone goes, hey, you got to watch this video, and they timestamp it at exactly the moment, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch that. I have a great respect for you for an individual. Then if somebody goes, hey, watch this 2-minute video, I'm like, what, are you fucking crazy? Nobody's got time for that.
Exactly. Except
What
for that
are
nobody
you
got time
doing?
for that video. I want to see how far I can get. Oh, it just goes off screen entirely?
There it goes.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
10,000.
6,001!
Mine said 10,000.
Mine's
Really?
6,356.
Alright, well that's confusing.
That's a little confusing, yeah.
Why does it have different numbers?
Where am I? My camera's not auto-locking on where the action is, so I have no idea where I am right now.
Don't listen to the liberal fact police. Cast your vote on November 28th like Donald says.
Oh, there we
The
go.
election
There
is
I
a
am.
liberal conspiracy.
It's true.
Like hurricanes.
I don't believe that poll. Like, I saw it, but
That's 3 seconds too.
I mean, keep in mind, there is a fairly large contingent of people that believe the Earth is flat.
Rubbish.
And that climate change
It's
is
not
real.
large.
that's
It's
overstated.
Fairly,
Wow.
I mean, honestly, even if it's 1,000 people, that's way more than it should be.
I'm on
But
it.
that's not fairly large. That's
For
misuse of the
people-
term fairly large.
For people who think the Earth is flat, 1,000 is fairly large.
There's probably like 1,000 people on Earth that have never been contacted by modern civilization. So,
That might be true.
all right, here we go. I just gotta account for the drag.
We gotta remember, like half of the flat earthers are fucking trolling. So
Yeah, that's
That's
like,
probably true.
What?
Although I've seen a lot of the flat Earth videos on YouTube because they're hilarious.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Those
at one
guys
point
are-
though, like you have to wonder, because like Tila Tequila is a troll, but she's also crazy, right? So you're like, they're not necessarily mutually exclusive. Like I hear a lot of people like, oh, they're just trolling, and then you're like, yeah, but like they're also at the same time like a little out of it mentally. So
Yeah.
like you can be a troll, but also be like, what happened to her brain?
I definitely believe she believes that.
Let's go.
You know
don't do it.
what would be fun?
Don't do it.
I mean, her name is Tila Tequila.
We're going
Rob.
out together, buddy.
That's not. Oh my god. Oh no, you're going out.
Yeah, I'm
You're
leaving.
going.
I'm out of here. That's calculated.
You're going to the Ken Bone
Go
Zone.
away.
Welcome to the Bone Zone.
Shit.
One time in like freshman year of university, I was like, you know, just kind of as a joke, I was like, well, we don't know if they actually landed on the moon. And my roommate is like a huge space enthusiast. Like he wants to go to space and has structured his life to do so.
He's the
to be
space
so.
from Portal 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a space more. He's a space core from Portal 2.
He's a space
more.
Yeah.
Got so mad at me that I actually like never ever in my life went through it again. Like I'd never even said it as a joke for the rest of my life. It's like, that's the most ignorant thing you've ever said. You know, it would actually take more kilojoules of energy to fake the moon landing than it would to actually send a space shuttle to the moon. And I was like, well, I hadn't actually like considered it to that degree. I just thought it would be funny. Like, do you know how many people died in the space program like before they actually landed on the moon? I was like, oh, fuck.
Didn't the first guy to go to space die?
Neil Armstrong? Yeah.
No.
Neil
Yeah,
Armstrong. Well,
He did die though.
yeah, he's been dead for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah. Like
I think
3 years.
Buzz Aldrin died recently. Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
Buzz
I don't know
Aldrin's
if it
still
was the
alive,
first guy.
man.
He's still
Someone.
alive?
This is the Russian guy who went to space. I don't know if he was the first guy, but he died in space.
Oh,
Shoot,
G
I
something.
can use it.
Yeah, G string.
Yeah, G.
Dan
yeah.
Giesling.
Yeah, Dan, you're
Yuri-
the first man to
Yuri
go to space.
Gagarin. That's what chat's saying.
That's G-Man?
Ain't nothing but a G-man,
Ah.
baby.
Yeah, Gagarin. Or Gargarin. I don't know how you say that. properly.
Gargamel. He was the
Yeah,
owner of the Smurfs.
Right, yeah.
Sad sacrifice of the space race. Ooh.
Did he die? Is Yuri Gagarin dead? Gagarin?
Yeah, man, he's been dead for like
Who's
since
the
he
guy
went
who
to
died?
space, right?
Right, yeah, didn't he?
People
Isn't there that
who
video?
died in-
Yeah,
Oh,
but
he
did he
did not
die, though?
die in space. He did not die in space.
I heard when you're in space, you can't die.
Buzz
Yeah.
Aldrin punched a man in the face for suggesting the moon landing was fake. Yeah, I saw that. And I was
That's
like,
pretty cool.
I completely understand that. Because you imagine you like, you know, it's 1969, you get in this fucking rocket that has like 1,200 kilotons of like jet fuel attached to it, and then you get shot into fucking space. You land on the moon, you're like, oh, sure hope I can see my family again. And then like 40 years later, some guy's like, I don't really believe he did that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I'd be
punching-
pretty
Yeah, it
pissed
kind of
off.
like invalidates your whole life, really.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it just makes that, it invalidates that guy's whole life.
Well, I mean, he's trying to invalidate your life, so I understand the response.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Soyuz one where the guy died in space. Well, he died crashing back to Earth. So
Technically, it's like the Disneyland defense. Didn't die in space.
Yep.
His spacecraft crashed onto Earth. That Earth's got to take credit for that one.
How did everyone split up?
That's got to be the worst, though, to do all that and then come back, and then, like, the point you die at is the part where, like, you actually hear.
Weird Grizz for the host. Appreciate it.
Grab it.
Buzz was talking shit until he called him a coward. He was in the war and went to the moon. He won't stand for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he
No
does
one-
also have, like, the most badass name that you could have.
Yo,
Probably.
no one cucks Buzz Aldrin. Okay?
Buzz fucking Aldrin. Guy's a G.
That does sound like a Star Wars name.
Down now.
Right?
Buzz Alderaan.
Yeah. That's no moon.
Buzz Aldrin. Oh yeah, that's just Buzz Aldrin. He serves drinks at the space bar.
Get her to do the party trick where he gives you a thumbs up with a lighter.
Buzz Aldrin.
Dodge this.
Boys, you're lucky. You're the luckiest alien on Earth.
You blew my cover.
Buzz Lightyear was named after him.
Really?
His name's not Buzz Lightyear, it's Buzz Aldrin. So I found
that makes no sense.
a hole in your hypothesis here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Buzz Aldrin was named after Buzz Aldrin.
I don't believe
Yeah.
Buzz Aldrin was real.
Buzz Aldrin does what Buzz
It would
Aldrin
take more
does.
kilojoules of energy to fake Buzz Aldrin being real. Come on, Nick.
Come on, what?
Over? Come on over, baby.
And now something is, you got something going on. Oh, this is just ridiculous.
Oh! That
Well,
doesn't
you're not
sound
going
off.
back in there.
All right.
Oh, it's a self-writing mine? Okay.
I thought I had a good idea there, but
That was a great idea. And
Order
a good
fire.
execution of that idea.
thanks. I'm not really sure why it didn't work.
Sad that it didn't work. That would have been awesome.
Wait, nobody actually believed that I don't actually think Buzz Aldrin's real, right? Somebody
It's
said they'd
bad,
link me to
always.
his Wikipedia.
Statistically, one person probably thought it.
It's
Oh,
probably more than that.
if any one of us was most likely to believe the moon landing was faked, who do you think it would
Yeah.
be? I'm gonna say Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Rob
but-
or me?
Full group
Yeah.
or just us?
Nick was a close second.
Yeah.
Turn it down. This game has good music.
Nick, Rob, Nick or Rob, Nick, Rob, Mouth, Rob, Cobalt, Mouth,
Yeah.
Boar. Is that Bear?
It's definitely not Mouth.
And that's because I didn't remember the name of an obscure ceremony in China where they throw molten iron at a
No,
wall.
I don't know-
This is the reason for this. Just
don't
to
know
be
if it's
clear. Just to
fair.
be clear here.
I don't know if it's fair, but I just get the vibe that you're the kind of guy who's like, I'm not saying Bush did 9/11. I'm just saying I've got a lot of questions.
I think the two of us are the closest to conspiracy theorists here, yeah.
Do
I
something.
mean, there's not really any conspiracy theories that I consider
You hate
valid in any way.
dentists.
You do
Well,
hate
yeah, I
dentists.
do hate
You
dentists.
do think
yeah.
dentists
But
tell
in
you there are
fairness-
things wrong.
Dentists, how do you trust that profession? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I'm just trying to be a little self-aware. I included myself here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, can't do the whole pot calling the kettle black thing.
Mm-hmm.
Would be
And
the
we
one
both live in
here
New York, yep.
most likely
Yeah,
be a
got-
part of a conspiracy theorist. Or theory.
Like to be covering things up.
Yeah.
It's
It'd
showtime.
probably
If they'd
be
hook me up with a copy of Resident Evil 7, I would gladly.
No. Rob doesn't
Honey, I'm
hate
home.
dentists. Rob just thinks that there should be like an impartial adjudicator that looks at your mouth and then advises the dentist what procedures should be done, so the dentist doesn't have a financial incentive to tell you there's more things wrong than there actually are.
Also, he doesn't believe they're real either.
I don't believe
No
they're real.
dentists.
Get ready for the big surprise.
Don't miss. You didn't miss.
Oh my.
Pretty much nailed that one.
Oh.
Some
My
good height, too.
dentist, I trust my dentist implicitly, but he kind of freaked me out. Like I had a dentist appointment last Tuesday, and then he's like, "Hey, take a look at your X-rays," and I was like,
Take
"Okay,
a
just-
look at your
Isn't that your job?
there's an alarming tooth decay." But no, it's I looked at the X-rays and I was like, "All right, dog. I don't know what any of this shit means." And he's like, "You see this right here? Like compare this to your X-ray from like 6 months ago."
Was
and
it
you can
slightly
see,
darker?
Like, yeah, like a shadow has grown
Yeah,
ever so
it's
slightly.
always the
And
shadow.
he's like, "So we can do two things. We can wait and see, or we can fill that while it's still a small cavity." And I was like, "Why don't you tell me what you want me to do, dentist? You're the dentist, okay?" It's like if the doctor was like, "Well, your blood sugar's really high. We can either wait until you get full-blown diabetes, or you could change your lifestyle. Like, just tell me what you want me to do." And I said that. I was like, "What do you want me to do?" And he's like, "I will just wait and see." It's like, why even take me over then? Just be like, just floss, man.
Some people are a little bit
That
more
did to
worried
me,
about
actually, when I took
potential
my
decay.
cat in. Like,
yeah.
well, we could do this or this, or you could just wait it out for the weekend. I'm like, he's not eating. I'm not gonna wait it out. What do you want us to do? That's why I came here, dude.
Yeah, we've had that before with pets. I mean, it's an uncomfortable situation to be in, though, right? You're like, well, you could save your best friend, but it's going to be like a lot of money. So, like, we're not going to judge you if you
Yeah,
just...
to be fair, they have to come across in a way that sounds like they're not judging you if you're gonna say, I'd rather let my friend die than pay for it.
Yeah,
And that's a really shitty position.
that's a bummer. Flossing is a myth. It's been proving that flossing doesn't do shit. No, this is scientifically ignorant. The article did not say it's proven that flossing does nothing. It said it's not proven that flossing does anything. It's a subtle difference that is market.
I don't see how you could say flossing doesn't do anything, though. Like, you floss, and like, if you brush your teeth, right? You brush your teeth really well, and then you floss, and you pull out a little bit of gunk between the middle of your teeth. You're like, all right, I got that gunk out of there. That's probably helpful. That's a pretty simple, logical connection, right?
I agree with you on this.
I mean, I don't floss, so I'm not trying to be the arguer for flossing, but
So the question here is whether or not tooth decay occurs at a reasonable rate if you don't dislodge plaque from between your teeth.
No. The question is, scientifically, does flossing correlate with better oral hygiene?
But I thought those two things go together. Isn't the point of flossing to remove the plaque from between your teeth?
Yes.
So if flossing doesn't do anything, then the plaque stays there.
Why are we talking about ifs? This is science, man. This is medical science.
I'm just trying to understand the argument, because I don't fully understand why it's a debate.
There was an article that came out like
Yeah.
4 months ago that was like, flossing not proven to have scientific medical benefits. And then
Yeah, I
everyone
guess I
who-
just don't really understand how they could not have medical benefits. But I didn't read the article, so...
As someone with respect for the scientific method, I find myself in a very conflicted position. I continue to floss, but I also find myself being like, well, you gotta trust the science a little bit.
Fire in the hole.
And now that's the entire basis of the scientific method. You can never prove a negative, you can only fail to find results, which they did. Don't lie and throw me for that. I agree with you. I'm just saying people are interpreting that article as saying that flossing has no benefits, instead of interpreting it as maybe flossing has no benefits. You know, it didn't prove that flossing has no benefits, it just didn't show that flossing had benefits.
Yeah, I get it.
I still floss, though, because my dentist tells me to. And I agree with Austin. When you see some gunk getting out, you're like, obviously that did something.
Yeah.
Even if it just makes me feel like it did something, I'm fine by that.
Teeth
Any
are dumb,
dentists
though.
in here that can comment on this?
It's probably at least one dentist.
Yeah, that's probably at least one.
You think so?
Seriously,
There's a
why are
dentist in
teeth
here.
so fucky? Like, why can't, like, why isn't the average of teeth, like, just good? It's like the average of teeth is like, well, it looks like your molars are pushing all your teeth into a fucking disaster line. That's
think it's 'cause,
fine.
like,
90% of
Disaster line.
In like our evolutionary history, like it didn't matter.
I
They were like,
guess.
you know, your teeth are weird, but you can still like hunt animals. Do you guys remember when Rob was on the show?
No,
yes.
when was that?
But it
Oh.
was,
What's your opinion on the merits of flossing and science as a whole?
I don't know. I read that headline, and then I
If it can
didn't
shoot,
floss
I can
before.
use
I'm not flossing now, so
All right,
you know,
I can respect
don't really,
that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, if like, you know, I'm gonna die if I don't floss, then I'll
Yeah.
floss. But like, I don't know, brush my teeth, my mouth smells fine. So
Here's my
I'm
Oh,
pretty
man.
pro flossing. Like,
I've never had a
Hey.
cavity in my life, so
Been nailing these grenades today.
Wow.
oh, that's a good throw.
That's a good throw.
Thanks. And thank you, Skeeter Skater, for the 9 months resubscription. Let's get some baby rage in chat. The baby will be named Mordecai.
I just sort of got into the flossing meta. Like this summer, my dentist was like, "Hey, you should start flossing." So now I brush my teeth, and I got in the habit of flossing after, and now it doesn't feel right if I don't floss.
Mm.
I just don't think you can hurt anything by flossing, so.
Although I was betrayed a little bit because I believe that as well. And then, you know, do you guys have the dentist that rubs like the dye on your teeth and then is like, "Hey, here's where you fucked up brushing your mouth, you fucking
Yeah.
idiot. You've been doing this for 28 years and you still can't brush your teeth properly." No, but they're like, "You know what? You're doing a great job, but check it out. Right here, you flossed too hard and you made a little micro cut in your gum."
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
What's that?
That's a bit extreme.
Fucking dicks. You
Take
didn't
what
warn
you
me
can get,
about
right?
the micro cut.
Plus, it feels weird.
Flossing?
Yeah. Like the
It
feeling of
only
flossing.
feels weird for like the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Once you get over that, then it feels weird to not floss.
Yeah.
My teeth are extremely close together, so I have to jam the stuff through it, and it cuts the floss apart. So that's pretty annoying.
Also, like, not all flosses are created equal, man.
You
Like
gotta
some-
get that flat strip stuff, not the string.
Oh!
What have you done?
I thought X was jump, because that's what it was in the last Eight Worms game. My bad.
If it can shoot, I can use it.
Big Floss getting you to spend $3 every month on floss. What a
That
waste.
is the other thing, right? Like, floss is the cheapest of all the dental-related products.
You like
My
this?
dentist actually told me not to use mouthwash anymore. Yeah, we have a mutual friend who is a dentist, actually, and he was like, "You guys don't need to use mouthwash."
I've heard you don't want to use the whitening toothpaste.
Same.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
it causes microabrasions and erodes your enamel.
Let off some.
Oh.
Oh, that was awful. Well, I moved that gravestone, though.
That was pretty,
Pretty
cool.
cool.
I like the physics on it.
Big Floss is my favorite Metal Gear Solid character.
This is where we've come in our old age. We just had like a 15-minute conversation about flossing.
Are you... This is not the first time we've done something like that.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about flossing before, actually, specifically.
Talk about the flossing.
What song is that?
Let's talk about The Passion by R.E.M.
Uh,
You should know it if you're into classic rock.
I don't know REM very well.
I think this is one of those bands like U2 that is awesome but gets disrespected by punks like you.
Disrespect, I just don't know it very well. I know you two. You think I don't know you two because I couldn't think of the name of the song I like?
75. Thank you very much for this.
Dodge this.
Hello there.
Hello.
I'll get you back for that.
Came from NL's chat to tell you to get a water pick. Yeah, I really should.
We actually got a water pick, and I'm not sure I would recommend it.
What's the water pick?
I need it, though, because I can't floss well. I really need to get something to get at the stuff out.
Yeah, but like a water pick. First off, what it is like a little pump that goes through a tiny spout, and it pumps water in between the gaps in your teeth, so that
Like a
you
power
like,
washer.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's a power washer that you use instead of or in addition to flossing.
Sounds
It's like
pretty
little-
awesome.
It sounds cool, but then like I was like, this is a neat invention, and then I turned it on, and it went, and I was like, I can't use this at night. It's gonna wake up all of my neighbors. Yeah, water
That
pick is
doesn't bother
actually,
me,
like,
though.
It's like the loudest domestic invention I've ever seen in my adult life.
Worse than an air conditioner?
Yes. I mean, it sounds like an air compressor has been turned on, because I guess that's sort of what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'd take my chances just in case it does actually prove useful. Save me money in the dental realm.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm pro water pick. It feels nice, but it's so loud.
How
Gotta be
expensive is a
careful they
water
cut
pick?
stone with a water
Couple
pressure.
$100.
Time to die.
$100, couple $100, something in there.
That's not so bad.
It's not like, you know.
How do you
Not something you buy more than once for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
like fill it up, or like what is it? What is it?
It has a reservoir that you just fill up in the bathroom sink.
Oh.
Can you get one that just like attaches to your sink and then you just never fill it up?
You know, you're literally talking about saving a step that takes about 2 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Just open your mouth over your bidet instead.
I'll get you.
Get some nice shit water, wash it out. Did I just win?
Well done, Nick.
Good game.
I was not paying that much attention.
Yeah,
It was fun
yeah.
anyway.
Ooh, look at Austin's damage, 420 again. We did it.
Nice.
Just joking. Well, that's gonna do it for today's weirdly early NLSS. Why don't we take some time to pimp our channels? We'll